You can bang.
Fuck the punchline up.
Right, I don't know. I fucked it. Sorry.
I haven't got a joke. What do you want me to say?
Right, I did. Fuck it. Sorry. Love you. Useless fucking asshole. Good evening into that.
Welcome back to another episode of In the Doghouse, the podcast that is much like a glory hole. You can't really see what's going on behind the scenes, but you can enjoy yourself anyway.
Like that, bastard.
Right, okay. Oh, Marlon, let's do some admin before we kick off.
Right. Get on the website, buy some shit. There's all sorts of good shit. There's a good t-shirt restock now. Like, everything is nearly in stock. If it's not in stock, I don't care. Hoodies are there. Buy the hoodies now.
Just give us your fucking money.
Or don't.
I really don't care. Like,
No.
yeah, they're
Buy
there.
them, don't buy them. Love you anyway.
Massive shout out to our Patreons. Oos, you're fucking legends. Yeah, if you want to join the Patreon, you can join from as little as £1.25 a month. Join the Discord. That's where the fucking absolute madness goes off. That is our community of scumbags and all of you absolute degenerates all congregate there. It's memes, it's absolute fucking nonsense chat, but it's fucking brilliant. So that's what's going on there. We haven't really shouted out. We haven't really shouted at the bar crawl, really, have we? It's probably,
That's it.
We've pre-recorded a lot, so this probably isn't. I don't know when this is coming out, but yeah, fuck it.
11th of Feb.
Put it in your fucking diary.
We're at the Highwomen Inn.
Oh, it's not a bar crawl. Sorry, it's
it's an event.
Yeah, Doghouse goes to the pub.
Yeah, we're just going to the pub. We got some live music. We got Josh Beer coming down.
Yes, we have.
Come down.
Yeah, come down. It'd be great. Well, it'd be good to see all you guys again. Obviously, no bar crawl because of the weather. It's going to be
It'll be cold and shit.
Yeah,
and
so many of us. We always end up in that out in the fucking smoking shelter anyway. So we're going to.
So we just fuck all the locals out of the pub then.
Fucking enormous this place. So yeah, come on down, get lit. Yeah, it'd be fucking great. Awesome. Right. Should we go into it then?
Go on then.
Yeah, we better. But quickly before we do, massive shout out to the sponsor of this podcast, Orly fucking Fox Chartered Accountants. Yeah, accounting. I don't understand it. Do you understand it?
Numbers, mate.
Yeah,
no, I can't. Like 2 + 2 is 4 - 1. That's 3 quick maths.
I don't.
But that is as far as my knowledge goes.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. Like, I don't know. You've obviously heard Kieran on here before. He's a fucking legend. Let the guys over there help you out with all your end of your tax, all the good stuff that accountants help you with. Payroll, end of your tax, all the fucking stuff you're missing out on, like fucking, your
little grants
grants, your tax relief, stuff that you're buying that should be used for the, you could probably use for the business, but you're not because you're just fucking chucking
not
a receipt
Chris's
in the
table.
bin. You'll learn a lot, just to take 5 minutes to have a chat with Kieran and the team. They'll tell you all about this stuff that you could be fucking writing off against the business and saving yourself a lot of fucking money. You don't work this hard to give all of it to the fucking government, all right?
Fuck the government.
A decent accountant will save you a fucking fortune, like Kieran said when he was on. The best accountant is the accountant that saves you more than he costs you. That's the main thing. So yeah.
No £30 emails.
No £30 emails. He's not going to charge you £30 to respond to a fucking email. He's not going to charge you a tenner to pick up your fucking call. He's a genuine bloke running a genuine firm. So yeah, if you want to use him, he is offering 15% off your current accountancy fucking fee. Head over to www.orlyfox.co.uk. Check them out on their socials at orlyfox, and link is in the bio, links in the episode description, links just about everywhere you can fucking find it. So massive shout out to Kieran and the team at Orly
I've
Fox.
also put the link in your nan's underwear drawer.
So go find it there. Cool. Thanks, Kieran. Right, let's fucking go. Marlon, who are we joined by tonight, mate?
So tonight we are joined by some super senders. We got Ferguson.
All right.
How you going on?
Yeah, not bad yet.
The man with the plan.
Good day.
Harry.
Hello there.
Harry, who are you to us?
I am, I'd like to think friend in our own right by now, Reg,
we are,
but
yes.
I guess I'm...
But for reference to the listeners...
I am brother of best friend of the show, I'd imagine, Mr. Mule McAllister.
Plane Crash Muley.
Yeah. By the way, that was a lot more professional than I've never... hands in the air, I've never listened to this, but that was very professional. That was a lot more professional than I thought it would be.
Do you thought we were just going to be like, all right, podcast, cool, right.
I don't know what I thought really, but very good going. Well done, boys.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to the shit show.
They got sponsors and everything. It's well exciting.
It is madness. But yes, no, brother of Mule, friend of Reg. That's who I am.
Yeah.
Stranger to Marlon.
I know of Mark.
He's touched me once or twice.
We have definitely met several times.
Yeah.
But
mainly after about 5 beers. Like,
exactly,
we're going to be best friends forever. Can you fix my car?
Mainly in Prague.
Probably mostly in Prague.
Yeah.
Maybe in the Rosie or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can imagine you two having your arms around each other while I was getting whipped the fuck out of on stage in Prague.
Yeah, great times. Great times. Yeah.
Classic Tuesday night.
I can picture that now, mate.
I can't, it's burned into my fucking memory, mate. I'd still bear the scars on my ass.
Great times from that.
The
trip.
belt is actually there. That's actually the belt. This one here.
What, Pride of Place?
This is the one.
The stripper was hitting you with.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 slaps with that in.
Who was the geezer in that Kim Jong-il tank top the whole time?
Chodley.
Chod with the fucking big stretch face. That's
some man.
Big He is some man. He's a fucking legend.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah.
So, what do you want to start with? Guest questions or?
We haven't introduced Fergus.
Yeah, we have. We said Fergus. Yeah.
That's me. Hello.
But who is Fergus?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Fergus. Who are you?
Well, I don't know. Friend of the family, friend to all creatures great and small, I suppose. Hello.
That's a song somewhere.
Well, welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah, cheers.
Thanks for coming down.
No, it's good. Great to be down here with you, Reggie, as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Any excuse to come to this garage. Love it.
It's a fucking studio, dickhead.
It's a professional studio and pub.
It's not a studio at all. It's just a garage. Or we can start with guest questions?
Yeah, let's do the guest questions.
Yeah, let's start with the guest questions. Right, we'll start with you, Fergus.
You go on.
What's your go-to drink, mate?
Ooh,
Tell a lot about a man by this, see.
What do you mean, like if I'm going like bougie cocktail or like?
What? I don't. What? Whoa! You tell me. You tell me. What? Give me a rundown of what your drinks would be for what type of night.
From what type of night? All right, yeah. If I'm feeling, the only thing I could think of was the first thing
He
I
wants
got
a
really
flirtini, doesn't he?
on, which was like Lambrini.
Oh,
when I was like 14 years old, and that's like by no means my like go-to drink, but like that's the first thing that popped in my
Lambrini?
head.
Is it like a sparkling
cider,
wine?
Yeah, it's like a sparkling.
It's like
shit
white
wine.
It's like
Yeah,
Perry.
Mouth-
it's like Perry.
or something.
Yeah. But they sell it in like a bougie bottle, and obviously it sounds Italian, so it sounds posh. You know.
It was about £3 for a litre and a half or something.
Yeah,
isn't it?
basically. Yeah. But that's not my go-to
Do they
drink.
still sell it?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I
No,
hope
they
so.
don't. Do they?
Well, so hopefully there's some 14-year-old dickhead just like getting wasted on that tonight, you know?
Let's
What
go
about the white
find
lightning
them.
now?
Yeah, so my drink of choice obviously is Lambrini, yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
We're just going to end with that. That's it.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Right, cool. Harry, what about yourself, mate?
So mine's actually, I sort of hate myself. I feel like I've come too far from my roots. But when you offered me neck oil today, I was kind of reassured that I'm not too far from my roots because that is literally what I drink.
You are nuts for it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
You
feel
drink
like
it all the
London
time,
has changed me and stuff, but from my, drinking pints of Stella in the King's Head or whatever. But I feel like I can't not drink like fancy ales now.
Oh, mate, I love that.
Gone from scumbag to like
Neck oil,
culture.
to Finsbury Park dickhead. It does make it really annoying to like go for a pint with them. You get around and it's like, oh yeah, I wish I'll have a neck oil, please. Oh, it's like $6.50. Like every pint, it's like, for fuck's sake.
No,
Like,
it's more than that, isn't it? I fucking when we went somewhere.
£7 a pint.
£7,
bro.
I think.
in London, I suppose. Yeah.
No, I'm just big into my like pale ales. I don't know why, but I can't drink really.
No,
lager
you and me
anymore.
both. Like, I fucking love the shit. I love. I still enjoy a stir. I'm sat here drinking Heineken with Fergus.
But
Same,
don't get me wrong. We've had more than our fair share of recent nights on like Wilkins and stuff.
Oh,
my God.
yeah. That was fucking horrible. Yeah.
No.
Sick out of tent at 7.
Yeah,
in
it
the
has to be
morning.
like lukewarm, like the same sort of temperature as your like car boot, doesn't it? Like,
Not lukewarm to me.
You can't. you can't drink fucking like chilled Wilkies. That's just wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Scrumpy has
illegal.
got to be like vaguely warm. Hasn't it?
yeah. As it already be the same temperature as like your stomach, you know, because it seems like then it seems all right coming back out, doesn't it? Like,
That's true.
yeah, which it did.
hideous.
To be fair, when
last time we
yeah,
drank it, we were both
I
puking
remember.
non-stop.
bad
yeah.
way.
I can't remember if I mentioned it on the podcast before, but like, do you know? Have you ever been? Oh, you obviously been to Wilkies. Have you
Yeah.
seen where it's rotted the concrete out?
Yeah.
That's fucking
That's some
terrifying.
acidic shit.
Imagine what's done to fucking Wilkins'
Yeah,
stomach
yeah.
as well. Like he's been on that for years.
I
like,
know. We lost his license, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he lost his license.
Oh,
getting
he had a
pissed
COVID
up.
thing, didn't he?
Police
Like,
shut him down.
No, he lost his license for drink driving.
Oh, right.
And then like,
right.
I was told the police pulled him over in a tractor because he thought the tractor was like okay to drive, and they were like, no, it's definitely not.
Yeah. Last time we were up there, and we were sat there drinking away and stuff, and some guy comes in, and I thought it was Mick Jagger, but it's Mick Jagger's
It's his
brother
brother,
lives
innit?
next
Yeah,
door.
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like,
No
completely-
way.
yeah,
He's
his
there
name's
all the
Jack- I
time,
think his
yeah.
name's Jack Jagger or something.
Yeah.
And we thought it was Mick Jagger, so we went over talking to him. It was his brother. Madness. Looked exactly the same.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. What's Joby said? End of story. What's Fergus, what's your favourite category on Pornhub, mate?
Fuck me. Jeez, is this where we're going?
Don't know. It depends on the mood, I think, as well. Also, to be honest, I've gone off porn recently. Like,
Really?
I tried to watch it like a couple of nights ago, and I was like, yeah, I've seen this before.
Obviously,
like,
love shagging.
Yeah.
You put Joby.
Obviously, love shagging.
Sound clip.
Joby's on the soundboard.
You got any air horn sounds? Because that's what
We did have. I don't know if we still
No,
got it.
you got all autistic about it.
I was getting wild because he was overdoing it. Everything. Someone said a funny. It was like sort of fucking with
I'm bringing them back. I'll bring them back.
Marlon the shock jock.
I don't know. You know, like obviously you got your favorite. Like I've been watching porn since I was like 13 years old. So you go to like the old classics, don't you? Like I know sort of like, oh yeah, there's that one in the park. You know, I know how to find that. You know, on X-Hamster or whatever. I'll go to that one. That's a good one. You know.
Just
I don't know if I go on there. Like I don't think I browse anymore. Like I'm a connoisseur these days.
Well, that's what we've been talking about. Like, I know, like everyone laughs at the thing, but like everyone, like as they get older, becomes a connoisseur, and their tastes become properly refined.
More and more niche. Yeah.
Like I've said it 100 times. The listeners are hit bored of me hearing me say it, but like I'm a Latina maid all the fuck. Love that shit. I don't know what it is.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
What about you, Harry?
It's like, my mum listens to this podcast. This is like weird.
Love you, Donny.
Yeah, she's been wanting to know for years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry,
Mum.
Don.
You know, I like the really respectful to women categories.
You are an iron piece of shit.
You want to see them signing the contract where they get like the majority of the share.
Yeah, women friendly or whatever.
Really like nice soft focus stuff. Yeah.
A bit of Vaseline on the camera.
Yeah, I don't know really. I just
Wait, is it
I
like
don't
a,
really get. I don't know.
is that like a 4-hour prelude where he like takes her out to dinner and then is really nice to her and then meets her mum?
Yeah.
Hey yo!
God, can we move up? Literally, my mum's gonna listen to this. I feel a bit weird talking about this. This is a bit weird.
Do you ever look up like British? That was the one that always like sort of confused me that it existed as a category at all.
Yeah, why?
You know?
You think it'd be horrendous, but it's actually not that bad.
It's all right, yeah, but like it's still just weird. Like
We got Big John there.
yeah, I suppose porn to me sounds like American, you know, or they're like
Yeah,
like that sort of stuff. And when it's like
right, my bum.
well, yeah, and then when it's like fucking.
Shy, keen or no?
Have you ever seen fucking Tracy's First Anal? Tracy's First Anal. Yeah. You ever seen that? Oh, you are missing the fuck out. Like, it's just horrible.
I'll bang that up on the 50-inch
No,
with the Dalton
it's
eye.
like-
If you haven't seen it, honestly,
should definitely check
anyone
it out,
listening,
yeah.
really listen. Google Tracy's First Anal.
Is it Tracy or Stacey?
No, it's Tracy.
We got confused before.
No, it's Tracy. Stacey
We've
was
looked it up
another
a lot,
one. Tracy's First Anal.
Link in bio.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one, right, where it's some bird and she's doing it on like obviously she's doing it on a casting couch type thing, and then she got this porn video up. Anyway, she's giving shit head and that's hilarious. But anyway, and then some fucking Redditors or some 4chaners found a picture of her with her boyfriend who was just about to deploy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, big styly. And then the bloke did like a Reddit AMA being like about
I'm the guy whose girlfriend he found giving shit head.
It was like, yeah, and then he was just like, yeah, I fucked her off at the moment. I found out. Absolute
Do you
trash.
ask this question to everyone that comes on?
Yeah.
What did Mill say?
Good question.
I can't remember. He was like episode like 4 or something.
Yeah, so like we wouldn't have at that point we wouldn't have had the Pornhub question.
Okay.
Maybe not. We've had some really
Wait, he was on
interesting
last week though, or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, but we don't ask him every time.
right.
More dramatic. It might change every week,
What are you
like-
watching this week? Mill?
What's your top 5 hits this week?
Next time he's on, I'll ask him.
Yeah.
This week it's anal golf. Have you seen
Is that
one?
where you stick a golf club up your ass, or the arsehole is the hole to play golf into?
The second option.
Right,
Yes.
Wow. Me
Yeah.
feel so strongly that me exit will
Sorry, I changed my answer. It's that.
All right, Marlon, you take the last one.
Right. Fergus, most mental thing to happen on a night out.
Shit. I don't know, you know. We were talking about this on the way in.
Mill sort of gave us a bit of pre-warning, but God,
Most mental things happen on a night out.
I don't know.
I got one actually. For my 18th birthday, my dad took me to Barcelona. and,
fuck me, yeah.
And he was
That's
like
a fairly cool present.
we was like doing like a whole bonding thing and stuff, and like I was living with him above a pub at the time, and he was like, oh yeah, let's go to Barcelona on boys' holiday. It'd be really fun. Like, we'll do that. And he went into the toilet for a bit. We were in this like some bar that was playing Barbarella, this like old 60s film or something. It's quite cool. And he like disappeared for a bit into the toilet. I was like, oh, he's late 50s, probably done a massive shit or whatever. Like, I don't know how his prostate is, But he came back and was like, hey, I got his bag. Do you wanna?
No.
Yeah. And so me and my dad took loads of MD that night and then just like spent all of the next day just like on a massive come down with the curtains closed, just like in our hotel room. We went fucking mental. Like,
do you remember anything?
I remember bits of it. Yeah, I remember like him. This is. I remember him watching me get off with like a 40-year-old woman while I was like 18 in Barcelona, and
just
he was
wiping a single tear.
Yeah,
from his
well, he was
eye,
just like, he was
boy.
just like encouraging it. He was like, yeah, well done, man. Yeah, well done. It's just fucking. It was a bit fucked up, to be honest. Like, but that was probably pretty mental. In my opinion, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, love shagging.
I mean, he did. Yeah. Still does. Yeah. 60 soon. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Dad, this one's for you.
Top What about you, Har?
Well, we were trying to think about it because there's so many mad nights. We've been mates for like since we were like 14. There's quite a few mad nights, but I guess one of the ones that sprung to mind was we stole a boat once when we were like we'd had a few beers.
Sailed the 7 seas.
Yeah, so we were at uni. We were at uni in Exeter, and I was in the Falmouth campus. It's Paddy's night, and it was like a $5 for a Guinness and a Jameson's or whatever. So we were all absolutely fucking hooned, and we were like, "Oh, mate, all the clubs shut at like 4 a.m. or whatever." So we were like, there's like a really nice harbour in Falmouth. So we were like, right, we'll break into there. There'll be champagne on those yachts that are in there and that. So we like hopped over the fence to get in there. Obviously, all the rich people locked their yachts. Smart. Very smart.
I would do the same.
But there was like a boat, a boat with a motor that they used to get out to their yachts and stuff. And we managed to like get the motor going and nick the boat, and we drove it out, like hooned at like 4 a.m. out into the harbour in Falmouth. Then the engine cut out, and we were just stuck in the fucking like stuck out in the thing. We're like, right, what do we do? Ring the lifeguard or like whatever.
The sea police.
Yeah, but we literally. And we were stuck
Don't want to bump into old Greg.
So literally, we were stuck out in this harbour, trying to get this engine started on this boat, like absolutely hoon, drinking like tinnies of Stella or whatever we bought from Co-op, and we were out there. Out there for about an hour, and then eventually someone managed to get the engine going, and we just left the boat on the beach and walked home.
You never got no shit from it?
No, what? Surprisingly, because I was in like one of those Paddy's Clover hats, so I'm on the CCTV. These idiots stealing this boat and being like,
some leprechaun stole a boat. That was mental.
Watch this leprechaun steal a boat. I'm serious. Yeah, of course you did, man.
So that was pretty mad. But yeah, I mean, it's one mad night in many, but yeah, that sticks out as one. Yeah.
How big was the boat? Like,
there was like 4 or 5 of us on the boat.
You gotta
reasonable
be
sized
good,
boat. Yeah.
Well, you just kept
got to be a 12-footer, like.
You just kept pulling the ball start until it went. And you were like, oh yeah.
Well, I think someone knew what they were doing with engines, because we would have been literally the lifeguard would have had to come and get us,
and you would have been fucked.
And we were. Don't worry,
you'd have been done for piracy.
Wow, we
hung.
We would have tried to chat, mate. This is my boat.
I am the captain now.
7 teenagers with Stellas, like, oh no, this is our one. Yeah.
I've definitely got my captain's license. Fucking water gypsies.
Yeah, pretty much, basically. So yeah, that's probably it, I'd say. Yeah.
So Fergus, how's your week been, mate? All right?
It's been nice, yeah. Like, got really fucked on Saturday, so like, I'm old now, you know.
Yeah,
like, so
Saturday I was with him on Saturday. It was a fucking mad.
It was just a lot.
Yeah.
We were like, we went to this like party that was like put on by my work.
Well, no, it started. We went to watch Bristol City play.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Yeah, we watched Bristol City. It was like the first football match I've ever been to properly, and it was like 2-1. It was devastating. It was well annoying.
Yeah.
Pretending to like love football. Like,
you're
Harry
like,
hated it. Like, honestly, I like greened Harry out loads because he was like, oh yeah, like what's this? Like, challenged me on my
like halfway
football
through
knowledge.
the first half to go for a rollie, like not even watching it.
We were losing, you know, so I was just getting bored.
Don't even say. Well, you don't even know who was.
Bristol City. There's a man on there. He plays football, innit?
Yeah. Me? I don't play fucking football. You see my feet?
Yeah, they're pretty big actually. Yeah. Listeners, because they're fucking.
And they're flat as well.
They're flat as fuck. So watching a duck walk across tiles, listening to me walk.
Yeah, we ended up like we went to this party afterwards, and then we went to an after party after that.
Pretty wild, yeah.
And I just like, it took me fucking days to recover. I feel like I'm still like sleepy from it.
We thought we were going. The party finished in this like town hall, and they were like, "Oh, we're all going to the Blue Lagoon, which is a club in Bristol." So we're like, "Okay, cool." So we got in a taxi like to go there, and then it wasn't going to. It was just
It's
we
not
knocked
called the
on the
Blue Lagoon,
door of some like terrace house, and they were like. "Do you know people here?" And we were like, "Yeah."
It's fucking mental. Like it's like 10 people live there.
And
like,
it was literally it was like this huge fucking house. We went down into the basement, and once you went in, you weren't allowed to leave. So it was like,
What?
yeah, all the doors were shut. You couldn't leave to go for a fact. You had to smoke inside. Like, you weren't allowed out of the house.
Yeah.
So it was just like this basement with like fucking loads
Set
of
up like a
people.
whole
It was
DJ
like
thing
4
down there in the
morning.
basement as well. Like,
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Big silent.
it was big. Yeah,
It was pretty good. Yeah.
But I was
there with like all of my colleagues and stuff as well. My girlfriend.
Yeah.
was-
Just getting absolutely mangled.
But everyone was
Basically,
like in their 30s. I was like, why does no one care? Whose house this is? Like, what is going
Who's got the mortgage on this place?
Who is going to clean this tomorrow? That comes with age, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Remember the house parties when we were
Yeah.
like 16? You'd be like, yeah, fuck it. We were speaking about like the mad house parties.
but that's what it was
To be
like.
fair, like Harry, you did still like towards the end of the night. You were like, "Oh, I'm going to steal this rolling
I did
pin,"
steal a rolling
which is
pin,
very
yeah.
classic, like 16-year-old at a house party.
But I,
don't
just,
it?
I
Like,
felt like a retro. It was like you had a flashback to being back at uni or
yeah.
back when you were a teen. And like,
I'm taking that
yeah. Oh, I'll be having that. That's nice.
It was just very
straight
mad.
in my basket.
Putting something horrible in the microwave or something. You know?
Yeah.
But then it got to like 4 a.m. You look around, you're like, fuck hell, what are we doing here? This is like.
I loved it. Like, I looked around at 4 in the morning. I was like, yeah, I love more of this. Please.
Where did these days go?
Yeah, I think I stayed there till like 5:30.
Fair play, yeah.
Knock at the door. Shit, someone's mum. Wait, I am the mum. It's my children. They're back from their dads.
Yeah. It was,
So my week was nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, yeah, it was all right. Yeah, it was fine.
That was just getting absolutely mangled at somebody's basement.
Basically, yeah.
Cool,
pretty
cool.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, more of that later. Right, so Harry, what about yourself, mate?
Yeah, it's been all right. Actually, do you know what? It wasn't too bad. I had Tuesday and Wednesday off work because we the company I work for was like the 10th anniversary corporate do of working in the UK. So they took us all away for like a fancy corporate week away in an estate in Reading, which was actually all right. So we've just been on the piss for a couple of days.
Sounds very nice.
It was good, but then it was like trying to cram a week's work into Thursday and Friday, basically, because we've been away, so it's sort of a bit shit. But it was all right. No, it was good though. Good. Thank you, Reg.
Can you tell us what you do or not?
Yeah, I'm a consultant geotechnical engineer for a multinational in London.
And what can you tell us in layman's terms what that means?
So I basically plan and project manage ground investigations and then design like foundations of big high rises and infrastructure for Network Rail and stuff like that.
Oh shit! So if like you're building something big, you need to know what's like way down
Yeah,
there.
what's underneath
Yeah,
it,
so I'll design like say the pile foundations for like a 30-story high rise or like a retaining structure for Network Rail when they're building new like tunnels or cuttings or whatever and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they send Harry down with a shovel and they're like, right, what's fucking down there?
It comes out like a chimney from the Victorian age.
Yeah, little canary in a cage as well.
Nothing good lies down there, sir. Nothing good at all. Go back again, boy. Come back with good news. Okay, sir.
I assume you use like core drills and shit like that.
Yeah, so basically I'll plan depending on what the client's planning to build and like the ground conditions of the site, it'll be like drill holes to say 30-40 meters at this grid reference and like all over the place.
Yeah.
And then depending on the geology, we'll design, the infrastructure that they want to build there and advise on the risks associated with like contamination and geotechnical risks and stuff like that. So
What the fuck is a geotechnical risk?
so
Terrorists.
how long no. So like
Subsidence.
I mean like God, it's getting very boring here, but it's like
Fuck the listeners, I'm interested.
so they'll give us the loads of what they need for. Say we do a lot of like industrial distribution places, like big clients, and so it'll be like the slab needs to have X amount of capacity to do this, and the column loads of this, and we'll need to work out the foundations for certain areas based on the loading that the client's given us, basically. So
Yeah.
it's
I'm not gonna lie, you'd be surprised by the amount of
That's
people
some
listening that are actually
technical
fucking
ass
interested
shit.
by
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Serious.
Yeah, it's pretty boring, to be fair. But
I find it fucking interesting, so fuck them.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah.
Hmm.
How's your week? Being, Reg?
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I was not too much on. I went to Thorpe Park today.
You
Oh,
did
yeah,
your
yeah,
first
yeah,
roller
yeah,
coaster, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I've never been on a roller coaster before.
I didn't know that.
Wait, look, I'm born and raised on a fucking Mendip. It's like I went on a teacup once and I was like, no, this is madness. What kind of witchcraft is this? No, so I went to Thorpe Park and I've never been. She's been 100 times. I was like, take me on a roller coaster. So all right. So I don't know. I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. I saw lots of steel and lots of flashing lights and lots of noise. So I was like, you take me where you want to take me.
You
So
do
I
you, boo.
I went with my wife and my sister-in-law, and they were like, "Oh, we'll go on stealth," and I was like, "Cool, stealth sounds pretty like chill, pretty undercover." Nah, stealth is not. Stealth is the fastest roller coaster in the UK. Not gonna lie, it lasted about 20 seconds. You go from like 0 to 80 in like under a second. Fuck me.
Yeah, it's
When they
mad,
were like,
Oh, he's coming out
they
your
were like,
fucking
they're
head.
like,
Yeah.
they're like, please put your head against the headrest. And I was like, I got a 400 supercharged Range Rover. I know what fuck. I'll tell you a thing or two about it. Yeah! Fucking hell, I was gone. I thought my heart was going to come out of my anus when you go like up like
it's
that. Like,
mental.
Yeah, it's horrible, yeah.
you go
mate.
from like fucking horizontal to vertical in 100 miles an hour in like under 2 seconds.
I'd say
it
that's
goes
the
back
best
in
one.
on itself as well, like that.
Yeah, it like goes
dips in.
it goes
Yeah,
down and
yeah,
then it
yeah.
twists. So fuck me, it was over in a fucking flash.
No, stealth's the one that just goes straight up and then comes back down.
Yeah, it comes
Oh,
back
is
down.
it?
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
like a little
yeah.
couple of twists at the
is
end.
there?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was fucking crazy. And I was like, all right, I found my feet. Well, I didn't actually. I got off the roller coaster and immediately fell over. But yeah, that was fucking sick. And I did like Nemesis Inferno and like I was just fucking nuts, mate. The thing I was quite surprised at, they're really short roller
Yeah,
coasters.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
really
yeah.
short. You think it's gonna be like a up and a down.
You spend most of your time queuing, don't you? Like,
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
I'm
that's
not
Probably
gonna
it.
lie,
on a
we got
Friday though, wasn't it? Or Saturday today.
I
isn't
got
it?
their crack. I got their crack a twat. So we were in at like I don't know, just after it opened at 10, and we were literally there at like just after 10. So it's pretty chill. No, your queue for stealth was like 10 minutes, so that was sick.
yeah.
And then like I think most time we queued was like 35 minutes for swarm, and that was fucking insane. So you like go up, and then as you go over the crest, the fucker inverts like the moment
Yeah,
you go over
right,
the crest.
yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, my wife wasn't feeling too fucking hot, so she was having 5 minutes to herself. And she was like, yeah, I seen you go over there. I was like, the fuck did you see me go over the top there? So you wearing your fucking red-soled fucking shoes, you cunt. Saw my little feet like, no!
Mama, no!
Hey, it was fucking...
Have they still got the saw maze? Remember last time I was
Fucking
there
love
with
it.
you?
Yeah, they,
Yes.
they
That was
still got
horrible.
it. The fucker was shut though, so I reckon
Oh,
they
right.
must be like redoing it or something.
We were there probably like 10 years ago or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And we went on that saw maze. Oh, horrible.
Took all my
Yeah.
well, I didn't take them. I was young, but like me and my family all went to the saw maze. Like we went to Fort Park, did the whole fucking rigmarole, and like we went to the saw maze, and I was in between my like sister and my mum, who like my mum like would like scream at James Bond because it's too scary for her, you know, like it's like too intense. And so she was in front of me, and I like had a shoulder like, and Sheila was like, "Oh no, I can't do this." She's like, "You have to like lead the way." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, yeah." So we were wandering through, and obviously like people jump out and shit like that, like. And I went through this door, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this must be the way." Like no one's leading the way. And so I went through this door, and I fucking ended up in this like perfectly lit room, and I was like saw a kettle, and I saw like some hangers, and I saw like a sofa, and I was like, "Well, they're really
Stack
fucking
room.
with me here. Like, what are they doing? Like, who's gonna jump out? This is fucking mental." And obviously, yeah, some like zombie person came up and was like, "Oh no, sorry, you're just in the staff room. Can you leave?" I was so convinced that like they were like really fucking with your mind. Like I was so immersed. Like
Some hot zombie comes in, hangs up his wig like,
Yeah,
oh, what a fucking day.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Got punched twice.
What you need to do is go to the Fright Nights in Orlando.
Well, it
Oh, I
was like-
fucking heard of that. Yeah.
Well, it was a fright night tonight, but I was fucking eastbound and down. I wanted to get back here to do this, so we didn't stay on late. But yeah, no, I've heard those fright nights over there are fucking fierce, aren't they? Over
Different
in Florida.
level, fucking different level at Universal. Like the amount of money they pour into them, and I shit my pants numerous times. Jesus, honestly, I've never.
live actors and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like come and grab
Michael
you.
Myers like is chasing you down, and like I hate him. I hate
him.
Don't like him.
I don't get scared a lot, but Michael Myers scares the shit out of me.
What is it about him? Like the expressionless face, or
The fact that he's wearing someone else's.
He's wearing
Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, he's wearing the guy from Star Trek's face, isn't he, Michael Myers?
Michael Myers.
Yeah, what's his name? The guy who did that cover of Common People. You know what I mean? Fucking Captain Kirk from Star Trek. He's wearing his face. That's what the mask's based on.
Oh, what is? Hang on, wait. Are we on about the same person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, right. Oh, well. Yes, I know what you're on about. Yeah.
Fucking
How do we get to Common People?
Because he did a cover of Common People that was like, "I want to live like common people." It's fucking. If you haven't heard it, it's banging.
I
Like,
haven't. No.
it's great. Actually, I think you hate it, and you didn't play
Speaking
for you
of that,
once.
I actually saw Jarvis Cocker in Shepton Co-op 2 weeks ago.
Only you.
Yeah, it was mental.
Only
Like,
fucking
absolutely,
you.
it was mental. Like I went into, we were driving back home, stopped at mum and dad's for the weekend, and I said to the missus, like, I was like, some geezer looks exactly like Jarvis Cocker in there, and then he come out and it was Jarvis Cocker just in Shepton Mallet Co-op.
Fuck off.
Did you say
honestly-
anything to him?
No, but he locked eyes and he knew like
Yeah,
he
he
knew.
knew.
But we
Yeah.
googled him and it was him. Yeah, and he was driving the same car that he has and everything as well.
What was he buying?
He didn't buy anything. He just walked in just to see what we were up to. And walked out. Yeah.
Walks in and went, nope.
Anyway, mental. Missed an opportunity there, didn't I? Say very common people to be in co-op and shit.
yeah, what a joke.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Yeah, good one.
Probably never heard that before, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
God, bet we seem like common people to you, don't we?
Yeah.
I'm just going to go for a wee. I don't know what the protocol is, but
You can just go for a
okay,
win.
all right,
Not
sorry.
in the garden though, because it's killing the grass, isn't it?
Yeah.
Protect the environment. Fuck the environment.
And protect your neck. Wu-Tang. What about your week, Marlanis?
It's been busy, mate. It's been busy.
Mm?
It's been a roller coaster. Bit like yours.
Hey.
Oh. Who said
Um,
that? Life is a roller coaster. That's going to fuck me off now.
Right. Captain Kirk
Life
as well,
is
was
a
it?
roller coaster. Just gotta ride
that's
it.
Ronan Keating.
That's it.
Was it?
Fucking look at that. Jesus, that fucking Irish cunt.
I feel like he's got like too much flack, you know. I think he's better than people give him credit for.
He's alright, isn't he?
He did what he did, like one album, that was it, wasn't it? Like, is he
That's all
done
you
anything?
need, isn't it, sometimes?
Just living off the royalties.
Yeah,
Cunts
yeah,
like
yeah,
us, we're
yeah.
going to get a fucking letter for a charge. Right?
And that's right, because we didn't play the real thing.
We'd be taking 2 of our free pence for this episode.
Yeah, Marlon just did a little a cappella cover, so it's all right.
Yeah.
we good.
We're covered. People are still idiots.
How is, I don't know, you probably haven't heard, Marlon is selling his motorbike on the Facebook Marketplace.
I did hear that, yeah.
Which is a brave move.
Yeah.
And how is that going?
Oh, so I've told 4 people to fuck off this week. I've blocked about 10 people. And then one person messaged me 3 times in different chats.
What? Like made different chats?
Made different chats.
Fucking hell. There's
So
a
all
different
I've
caliber of person on Facebook Marketplace.
All I've
isn't there?
done is screenshotted all the chats and sent them to each chat. I don't know. Because there's no like, there's like, is this still available? I was like, yes. And then the next one was, is this still available? What's the mileage? I was like, the mileage is in the ad. Yes, it's still available. And the last one was like, have you got any pictures of it? I was like, yeah, the pictures are
They're
in
all
the
in the
ad.
ad, actually, aren't they? Yeah.
So I've literally bombarded the fuck out of cunt. I think I've sent each chat about 30 messages.
With screenshots of every message
Yeah.
that he sent to every chat.
Shag, you waste my time, I'll waste yours.
He got offered 500 quid for it. He's got it up for what, 1,300?
Yeah.
You were like, I'll roll the cunt out into the fucking street and burn it for 500
Yeah.
quid. Fuck off.
I don't know what to do because like there's been maybe 2 proper interested people.
Well, and the one of the one person that turned up, the fucker wouldn't start.
Yeah. Fucking oh mate.
So 1 in 1,000.
That's my life.
So you've
That
got
is
like
my
a
life.
1,000 people that message you. You've got 100 that say they're coming. And out of that, you get like 2 that come.
I've had about 3 die on the way this week.
And one of them, the cunt didn't start.
You couldn't make this shit up, honestly. Right, and then the fucking washing machine gave up the ghost.
Again.
A fucking again,
It's
mate.
a long going thing. Marlon's had a lot of issues with washing machines on this podcast.
Right,
It's
so
just Wi-Fi enabled as well.
Wait. Why?
I asked the same question when I heard.
What'd you do with it? Like,
no, don't turn on the app. don't. Just do it normally because
There's one rule to live by.
Yeah.
when you turn it on by the app, all it does is lock itself, and you can't get shit out.
Fucking
Don't
point,
turn it
man.
on. It's a fucking bad idea. Candy, you fucking shit. Right. Anyway, this cunt again has failed.
This cunt. In an
Again,
object.
E20.
What? Is that the fault code?
Drains blocked.
All right.
Right.
Full of nuts and bolts and washers.
No, there's nothing in there, mate. There is fucking nothing in there. I stripped the cunt apart. There's nothing in there. E20. Don't buy a candy washing machine.
Is it just, so what's the score? Is it's not blocked?
It's fucked, mate. And the really funny thing is, today is the day the fucking warranty ran out.
No!
They
Raging.
fucking knew. They knew.
Raging.
That's what happens when you get like a Wi-Fi
Yeah,
enabled
man.
thing. It's like, oh yeah, we know that we can break today, blah blah blah, because it's fucking connected to the internet. Surely, like,
To be fair, I've never heard of a candy washing machine. I think you're-
yeah,
Don't
sounds
buy
like you've
one.
got some dodgy one, mate.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
No,
Candy's like a well-known brand.
Yeah.
Nah. You're making this up.
To be
I
fair,
got a
I couldn't
candy
name a washing
tumble
machine
dryer.
brand. Could you name a washing machine brand?
You still use
Candy.
it? Do you still use one of those fucking like ribbed boards?
I use a washing machine. I just don't partake in understanding the name of it.
Clothes go in, clothes go out. They're washed. What more do you need?
But I haven't had any drama with it though. To be fair, if I did have drama, I'd probably be slagging it off as well. You know? What
Yeah,
I mean?
fuck candy. Don't buy a candy
yeah.
washing machine.
Mate, fuck.
Mm.
Ugh.
So
Oh.
I've ordered a new one. I think it's made by the Chinese,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
or maybe it might even be Taiwanese.
Well, yeah, big up Taiwan.
Yeah.
Yeah, big up.
That's my
That's
little
his motto you
yeah.
live by, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
Been
So
saying
I'll
it
give
all
you
the
a
time.
little. I'll go into it next week. Like I'll give you a little review.
of the install and how it's going.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, this is podcast gold.
What was that? E20 error code, was it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Can't wait to listen to this.
yeah. I had to Google that. Cunt.
Absolute carnage on this podcast. We really bring you
Oh, we're
real
going nuts.
shit every week.
How's your washing machine, folks?
Yeah, it's fine actually. Yeah, it's
That's
lovely.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I did
That
have
is
to
good.
replace a couple of buttons, but
Oh,
it's
gosh.
too boring to talk about, so I wouldn't talk about it on the podcast.
Cunt.
My fucking Hoover has developed a whistle.
For God's sake.
I thought, well, initially I thought it was a belt wine.
Bit like the belt wine. Belt wine and a Hoover mine.
Well, yeah, I thought it was a fucking belt wine. It's like it's belt driven. She's old school. She's like, you know, like those old HP compact computers. You leave them in the
Right,
sun,
yeah,
they go
yeah,
like
yeah.
She runs
fucking-
off a transformer
They
like.
go like yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
My fucking Hoover is like yellow as fuck, where it started off as white, and I thought it was a belt wine. Turns out I got a bit of an air leak on her shag, and so PTFE the fuck out of it. Anyway, the cleaner's moaning like fuck. She's like going along, the fucker's like. Anyway, so the problem is it sends the dogs mad, and they think it's me.
Wait, you have a
Buy
cleaner?
a new fucking Hoover, mate.
Yeah, I got no, she's a fucking demon.
You got a
Fuck her.
cleaner?
Yeah, I got a cleaner.
Is that just what you
Fucking
call your
hell.
wife?
Whoa, we won't stand for that misogynistic talk on this podcast.
Booze.
That's
Yeah, obviously
crazy.
love-
You have a cleaner? Wow. How the other half live?
Yeah, fuck, I'm
Bloody
very
hell.
bougie, mate.
That's mental.
It's not bougie, it's me mother-in-law. But she does get paid
All
a
right.
slave's wage.
Yeah, obviously.
Rightly so.
Stop pressing that fucking button.
we got a little mate. Not a little mate. He's a normal human man.
Not
He's a
dwarf,
normal-
like.
no. He's like normal size and everything. But it's
Which one?
I'm a
Rowan.
foxy man.
Oh yeah.
He's perfectly normal in like so many ways. But there are some things where he's like a bit like Mr. Bean, you know, where it's like a bit like an alien or something that just doesn't quite know. So he like spilt loads of water on his.
Oh yeah.
Spilled loads of water on his rug once, and then like was like, "Oh, you know how I'm gonna get rid of this because like Hoover's suck things up, so this will sort this out." So he just started to hoover loads of water up, and obviously it just smelled
I
like
bet it didn't sort it out, did it?
definitely didn't. No, it just smelled like burnt hair and like weird wet Hoover smell. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know like what he thought was gonna happen with it. Like,
It's not a wet vac, Shag.
Mate,
no,
we,
it's just like a normal shit Hoover. Like,
we did that. Remember when we used to live in Froome, me, Mule, and Denny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Weird times.
Yeah, that lovely house.
Oh, fuck me. That was my old man's
yeah,
house.
you lived with him, didn't you?
No, the house was nice. Just you lot made it horrible.
Obviously.
And they
it
are
was-
pieces of shit.
Your bedroom. You must have discussed your state of your bedroom on
I
this.
think we have, yeah.
like the
The
mattress
pasta.
on the
No,
floor.
that was
Oh,
in,
I've heard of
Wales.
it.
Yeah, that was in
All right,
Wales.
well, that
when
was
we lived-
horrible. That was terrible.
I lived like a crackhead. I just had a
Yeah.
mattress and a fish tank, and
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
it.
horrible. And you're a young bachelor. So I don't know how your courting went down in this establishment.
Jesus Christ.
Sedated. That's how it went down.
Yeah. Look at you now, though, Reg. Drinking out of a shed, you're doing much better.
Right, it's a fucking studio, dickhead, right?
We had a yard of ale glass similar to that one, and obviously we'd all drink out of it. Oh, great fun. Next day come, big clean down, and you'd be like, how the fuck do you clean a yard of ale glass? So we're like, instantly just hoover it up.
Just stick the nozzle down.
Stick the nozzle to the bottom.
Fuck me.
Oh, why is the hoover broken? Fucking why does it? God, this country can't make anything anymore, can it?
Fuck Dyson.
Oh, fuck me. We would just leave
that house was something else.
We used to leave. We used to leave the pots and pans outside because we were like, can't be. If we like burnt something on some pots and pans, we were like, oh, there's no point scrubbing them because like that's dumb. That uses like energy. Use the rain.
You
to
mean
wash
your energy?
Yeah, we just left them outside. The rain will wash them.
Do you think like acid rain was still a massive problem that would just burn through the fucking dirt?
Because we were like, oh fuck it, like there's no need to leave them to soak. We'll just leave them out in the rain until they fill up, and then they'll have soaked.
Did it work?
No, didn't we? Threw them away. Just bought new ones like every time.
You got a tap as well. That water comes out of that, you know.
I know it's mental. It was fucking, oh Jesus, it was horrendous.
You are a piece of shit.
It was literally like we lived like fucking students, but the thing was we all worked, so none of it made any fucking sense. How that we were like semi-detached as well.
I feel like you've lived worse than most. I think you've got like, what image do you have of students in your head? Like we don't all live like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it was absolute fucking squalor. Like it was.
I know it was, Reg. I was there.
Use fucking rainwater to clean your pots. Obviously, it was fucking squalor, man.
You remember when we lived in Wales and Denny? Instead, we had like a little tiny like vegetable garden, and we were like, yeah, we'll grow some peppers. Like all great plans of mice and men. And Denny just planted a load of maize.
Bring the tractor around.
Yeah, literally. He's like, what are you going to do with that? He's like, going to feed my chickens. What chickens? Oh, I've bought some chickens. I was like, no, you haven't. Yeah, animals. Fucking animals.
How is Denny? You all right?
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's up north farming and shit or whatever he's doing. Yeah,
fair play.
Yeah. How was student life for you, Harry?
It was good, mate. Yeah, I feel like... Mate, I feel like you got a glimpse into it several times, but it's not really like what you think. Really, I think we did do a fair amount of work. I mean, it obviously was pretty mad. Like a lot of the stories we had, you know, it was pretty crazy.
I think you got a lot of it out of it, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, got a couple of decent degrees and
what did you go to study?
My undergrad was geology. My master's was mining geology and geotechnical engineering.
Fucking hell!
Yeah, big time.
That is some words.
They are definitely words.
No, it's like I feel like it is a lot of money to go and do it, but even if I didn't get a job out at the end of it, it's not real money. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like it's not real debt.
No, it's just like a tax.
And it is a hell of a good time for fucking 3 or 4 years. It's like you do have a good crack.
How much does it cost? I
honestly don't know. That's the thing.
$9,000 a year now.
Yeah, but I think it was more than that because I guess my debt is probably like 50 grand or something. I don't really know. But that's like it's not real. Like 150 quid goes out on my paycheck. I don't even notice it. It's just like it is what it is. But like, but I wouldn't be earning the money I was now if I didn't go to uni.
No,
so,
exactly. But like you're an example of somebody who's been to uni, knew what they were fucking doing, and knew
I did work hard at uni,
and knew what they wanted. And actually,
what about me?
And actually, all right. I said an example.
You're another example.
Yeah,
he is a.
What I would
example.
say is though, I've got a hell of a lot of mates that have gone to uni and regret going to uni. Do you know what I mean? There's
we preach this.
There's
big
too
time.
many people going to uni. You have to sort of It's just a system to make money now. It's not really a fucking.
That's it. Yeah, you need to know what you want to do,
and you have to graduate top of your year to get a job. Like, basically, if you want to do like a lot of people that I went to uni with do nothing to do with uni now. There's no point in them spending 50 grand or whatever. It's literally pointless. It was fucking mad.
I preach this flat out. I know so many people. Like it's that old joke of. You've got a fucking degree in arts, which is great, and you work in Starbucks for £7.20 an hour. Like, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, but it's true. Like, that's what a majority of people who go to uni end up doing. It's fucking like, there's no point in going. You have to really be sure it's something you want to do. Yeah,
like your second year, you have to start working towards like, what am I going to do like now? And when you're fucking 18 years old as well, it's like,
sorry.
What am I going to do when I'm 18 years old?
That's it. When you're 18, I want you to decide what you're going to do with the rest of your life.
Exactly.
We had some good times though.
And take a £50,000 gamble on it right now.
Like some people know exactly what they want to do. Like
definitely,
me. And then some people have no idea, so they bounce around a little bit.
Yeah, but then some people fucking think they know what they want to do, go to university, get themselves 50 grand in debt.
It's a lot of money. Yeah, it is a lot of
It
money.
is an insane amount of money.
Yeah.
Like you say, it is a business to make money now.
big
It's
time,
not-
yeah,
Oh, honestly,
yeah.
like it's
It's all geared towards it as well.
yeah,
like,
the student numbers like double each year. It's just fucking like
well, they got that
nuts.
at Bristol at the moment. Like last year, they had that. Like mostly, like a lot of it was because of COVID.
And what
like,
you get for your money, it goes. It's worse each year because there's more students. So there's less like money to go around. They've cut loads of the like shit that I used to do when I was there, just because it's just so many people and it's just
That's
literally
it.
the
Like
profit margin. and
when
that.
I went, we got like a couple of little fucking City and Guilds qualifications as well
along
Yeah.
the way, like.
along the way. So like we got taught welding, metal shop,
Yeah,
etc. There's nothing like that anymore.
it's fucked,
This is
yeah.
what you're doing. That's it.
yeah.
There's no like little perks in between.
It doesn't make any
yeah,
sense because usually they get more funding for you to do these little things,
And
don't they?
they do get more funding to
But they
do
just
these
they just
things.
can't. They haven't got the people to teach it, or what?
Well, everything's more expensive. Brexit.
Oh yeah.
and,
Oh fuck me. Yeah. Supply chain issues.
Yeah.
Ukraine.
and then blame COVID.
Yeah,
And then you blame Russia and the US a little bit.
I'm glad. I was waiting for us to get onto the Ukraine. That's why I'm here. Yeah.
that fucking bridge this
I
week.
saw it, actually, yeah.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Get on.
Mental, wasn't it?
Ukraine, absolute giga chads. Fuck you.
Hey, Russia, fuck you.
Fuck your fucking bridge. And fuck
That was like days after his 70th birthday, Putin's 70th birthday as well. They sent loads of messages like "Happy birthday" and like fucking blew up a bridge. Like fucking mental. Like so cool.
well, that was the main way that they were getting arms and fucking people across the Crimea, wasn't it? And they were like, yeah, no more.
Yeah,
Have you seen the video?
yeah,
it's
nuts,
fucking
isn't
mad,
it? Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Lit.
It's worrying times actually.
It is. I know we like all sit here and make light
I
of
was
it. but-
chatting to Derek. You know, Uncle Derek.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He does stuff.
Family
You know.
in the military
Yeah.
services now, and he was saying about like the likelihood of him using tactical nukes is like pretty fucking scary. Really,
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
yeah. It's like fucked.
Because the thing is, we all live in this sort of.
Yeah.
you
Once
know-
he gets to a certain point, I think he's going to shit himself and he's just going to go, right, press that button.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think we all sort of live in this, oh no one's going to use nuclear weapons, no one's going to use nuclear
Yeah.
because it's it's mutually assured destruction.
Well,
but
I think you just have to hope, like, if he ever gave the order to even tactical nukes, which obviously very different to strategical nukes. Is
go on,
what I was trying
tell
to-
me the difference. I don't
so,
actually know.
So tactical nukes is basically a battlefield weapon where you take, say, like a battalion or whatever. So like it could be an artillery shell, a nuclear artillery shell, or whatever. And that would just be what is classed as a tactical nuke. 'Cause it's small yield compared to what would be.
Oh, so it's literally designed to blow up a certain area.
Like in Call of
Into
Duty when you get 25 kills in a row.
OCB, like,
yeah.
It's literally right though. Yeah.
But if he gave that order, like you'd have to hope that his inner circle would understand, because they all like their lives. Do you know what I mean? That would be it then. Like China would turn on them, India would turn on them. All their mates that they have still existing, they couldn't
They'd
stand
be
for
done-
that.
they'd
It
be
would be
cut
done.
off, yeah.
They could be completely fucked. And then it would escalate into potentially more and more. Like
Yeah.
NATO would have to be like,
Yeah, right. No, that's it. We don't stand
because
for it.
the fallout that would then come onto the EU would be deemed as like a right. NATO has to get involved now. And
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
would
do
be
you
the
mean
next
like
sort of-
physical fallout or like actual nuclear fallout?
the nuclear fallout,
Well,
but then
probably
that would then create
Yeah,
like an
both,
actual
yeah.
physical war between NATO and Russia, which might not escalate into a nuclear war, but obviously that's always going to be on the cards for a strategical nuclear war, which would be the end of the world,
You
basically.
are so clued up on this.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
it's nuts
it's
for it.
you know, it's scary times.
It-
Man.
yeah, it's serious- it is serious shit.
Yeah,
I have to stop myself from reading about it. You know, sometimes I've had times where I've just been like, "Oh,
Is this it? Like,
fucking,
yeah.
this is the end of the world." I'm just gonna like,
I don't know.
I thought about stocking up on loads of flour because obviously, like Ukraine, like
Yeah, the bread basket
yeah,
of the
exactly,
world.
yeah. So I was like, I'm just gonna buy
Well,
loads
like-
of flour now before everything gets fucked.
well, because
they
they
don't
were
want to get weevil, so.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, good point. Yeah,
But there's
yeah.
a lot of steps in between him issuing the order for a tactical nuke, and it's not just him pressing a button. You'd have to hope that someone along the chain of command would be like, "This
So-
is fucked."
It's
Like,
happened- it's happened
happened
before.
before. Exactly.
Yes,
exactly.
it did, yeah.
Exactly. And
You
you'd
heard
have
about
to
this?
hope that it would be like someone along the line would be like, "I'm not doing this. This is fucked."
What was it?
Which
It
is-
was
there
what actually was it?
There was a test. There was a test in the this is right. So there was a test in the 80s
Yeah.
by the US that they'd notified the Russia about, but they hadn't got the memo or whatever. So they thought there was literally a fucking.
Sorry,
there was
didn't have any
literally.
signal.
There was literally. They thought
A
it was an
warhead
attack
coming
literally,
towards them.
literally.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
there was a guy. He's written a book about it. It's really interesting.
Is that the guy that saved the world? Or
Yeah,
something?
well, like one man, yeah, one
and he
guy.
was
So
basically
cool.
ordered to turn the key because they needed to be, and he refused, and he basically saved the world pretty much. And
Because Russia thought it was a tactical
Yeah,
a nuke.
exactly,
like,
and he refused. Like, this can't be right. This can't be right. Anyway, but you'd have to hope somewhere down the chain of command, everyone would be like, what the
Absolutely
fuck are we
not doing this.
Like, this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
mental.
yeah.
Because I believe it's unlike over here, over in America, where you've got the president who is commander in chief, and he has the final say on whether shit gets launched or not. I believe the Russian, I think it's the Russian sub captains actually have the final go no go on their nuclear weapons. I think they have the final say whether it gets launched or not, which is quite interesting, really, considering that Russia's always been such a, I wouldn't go as far as a dictatorship, but it's all very top down over there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is like uncommon for what was, the Soviet Union, the Soviet bloc.
Yeah.
It's fucking interesting, man.
Did you hear about that thought? It's a bit of a weird one, but did you hear about that thought experiment? I think it was like the 70s or 80s, but this guy wrote this like paper and was like, oh yeah, and you know what we should do? And this was in the States. He was like, you know what we should do? We should have one man that follows the president around like all the time, and he has the key to the nukes in his heart. And if the president wants to set off the nukes, he has to dig the key out himself.
A what?
Just to make it like completely sure that like this
That's
is completely
what he wants
worth
to
it.
do.
Yeah. So it's such a cool idea, but obviously they're not going to fucking do that because like, who's going to be the volunteer? But like, yeah, it's such a cool thought experiment of like, well, you're going to have to look at this man in the eye and dig it out of his heart.
Yeah,
like.
but I mean, they know what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah, of course. But like, it's the difference between like pressing a button and then it happening and then seeing it in front of you and doing it yourself,
Yeah,
because you're looking at you're looking at the consequences of your actions in the eye. Yeah.
I mean, but then we can do it obviously, but like,
yeah, but just interested.
Yeah.
The very, like you say, like a thought experiment.
Yeah.
I've been watching so much shit on what's that fucking experiment they did? MK Ultra.
oh fuck
Mate.
me, yeah. So interesting, isn't it?
That is fucking weird. That is really fucking weird. And to find out that fucking Charlie Manson was like a part of it.
Was it Manson or was it the Unabomber?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both
the
of them were
Unabomber.
part of it.
Yeah.
You know much about the Unabomber, Marlon?
No, I've heard little bit dribs and drabs.
Ted Krasinski. He was a incredibly intelligent guy. He was pushed up like 2 years in school.
Yeah.
Went to university at like 16, super intelligent. And he was put in this MK Ultra by like, he didn't know he was in it. He was joined this sort of like, invited to join this group of the most sort of intellectual people. And he sat there for like 18 months speaking with his professor about his ideas on everything, really. Like
he wrote a manifesto. Like
he'd sit there speaking with his professor about his ideas, his thoughts on just about everything, about the world, about economics, about politics, everything. And then after 18 months, they literally like strapped him to a fucking chair and they just ripped him apart, saying that your ideas are shit and just breaking him down like mentally, saying like how everything he did was crazy, you're a fucking idiot, and this is such a simplistic way of looking at everything. And that basically just broke him, like just like something snapped in his fucking head. And then he decided to, just bomb, just send mail bombs out around the country. Unabomber, he bombed universities, he bombed airlines, and he bombed like people that were like logging companies as well.
Right. Yeah.
So weird, mate. And he was, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, he's terrible. I'm like, yeah, well, you the guys that broke him in the fucking first place. Yeah, fucking horrendous. There's a really good Netflix series about him. I think it's called Manhunt Unabomber. You ever seen it?
Yeah.
Fucking really, really interesting film.
That's my day sorted tomorrow.
Yeah, mate. It's fucking long, but it's well worth a watch.
I'll tell you what's also really worth a watch. It's a program called the BBC made it. It's called Threads. It's about what would have happened.
Fucking horrible.
Yeah,
what's this about?
So Threads it's a drama about what would have happened if the Cold War had ended in a nuclear disaster, basically.
Oh, jeez.
And it is very, very.
I think it's one of the scariest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, honestly, but it's based on literally what would happen if there was a nuclear war at the end of the Cold War. And it's fucked, and it's scary, and it's true, and it's like it's really worth a watch. You can only buy it on Blu-ray. It's not on any streaming sites or anything. Well, I bought it a few months ago and watched it, and it is really. Anyone gets a chance, buy Threads on Bluray. It's amazing.
Was it like a 10-part series or like?
It's just it's like a film.
It's like a TV film.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's really good though. Really good.
Like hideous.
It's horrible,
really,
horrible.
really scary.
Yeah.
Do you remember watching that? Do you remember watching that cartoon in school? Like when the wind blows or something. Like an old couple that was like
it's a cartoon.
The hair starts falling out and then like their teeth fall out.
That was done by the same animator that did the Snowman.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it is. Seriously,
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
the snowman, the
Was
little
it?
fucking like animated
Yeah.
thing done by the same
Well,
guy.
like,
God.
it's just like, but watching that, I asked my dad about it, and he was like, he remembers the adverts in the 80s when it was all like,
Yeah.
don't worry if there's a nuclear war, just get under the
Yeah,
stairs,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you'll be all right.
Stand
and
under
that.
the door frame, yeah.
It's madness,
Duck and
man.
cover.
Yeah, it's very
that was
scary.
a real threat. That's
Yeah.
that's a threat that, like,
But
especially in America.
We had
it's
the
terrifying. Like,
We
all
had the
nuclear
fucking
war-
Vulcan. We'd be fine.
yeah, bring that back. That would sort out.
Yeah.
That's all we need. The Vulcan
Fuck
bomber, that would
Argentina.
sort out, yeah. But no, it's scary to think that like literally the power to end the world is in the hands of like two old white geezers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's
and
Yeah.
one of them's got
fucking
dementia.
hell. Wow. Yeah. At least one.
Which one?
Yeah.
Somebody else has
Yeah.
somebody to wipe their asses. Like,
Yeah.
Mm.
And then you
No
got,
shame in that, mate.
if I had the money, if I had the fucking money, Manuel, 13.
Pooh boy.
Just me in my white suit, surveying my land.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, a man can dream. A man can dream. A white man's dream by Reg. I'll start that autobiography tomorrow.
please don't.
I will. I'll publish
No,
it.
please don't.
Yeah, Amazon will publish anything, mate. Fucking it'll be on there.
Yeah, they will, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell,
I was
right.
speaking to someone about a job recently about he was like, oh yeah, I know these guys that like you might be interested in working for them. I was like, oh yeah, what is it? I was like, oh yeah, they run their own company where it's like that you write these like really short eroticas and they sell them for like 99p on Amazon, but they'll like you get paid for it obviously, and they just do that and that's their like
That's
that's their
literally
whole
what
job.
they do.
Yeah, yeah, and they just like blast them out like these fucking like obviously like you know tumescent poles and stuff like that like non-stop.
Right, so in the dog ass erotica coming soon. Check out the fucking Amazon store.
Yeah. Amazon store 99p. Reg's turgid sticker.
I was guts in a
Reg's
pint
shitty
socks. I was guts in a pint tennis Stella into me, and the wife give me the eye.
You know, obviously love shagging.
I finished me roll up, and I give her a CO2.
You could probably write one. I reckon I'd read it. Wouldn't fucking pay 99p for it, but I'd read it. Yeah.
Oh, mate, right, all right, that's a good time to cut to a break.
Yeah,
If
I'm
there
gonna,
was-
I'm gonna send you to the shit. The fridge. Don't shit on anyone.
Right, we'll catch you in a minute. Chill.
Don't forget to moisturize.
Right, and before we get into beer of the week, a massive shout out to the sponsor of this episode.
Hawley Accountants.
Holy Fox.
Oh,
Holy Fox. Yeah.
Holy Fox.
You were like, I'll do it.
The boss hog of accountants, cannot recommend him enough. Saved me £1 million. So
What was it, 15% off what?
Think about that before you book your next accountants. Hmm?
Yeah.
That was good. That was
That
so
good?
good. Yeah.
That was fucking brilliant.
That was terrible.
Yeah, you can
He
find.
didn't even like. He told you to do one thing, like 15%
Sorry, yeah.
off the thingy.
You're
Right.
right. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 15% off your £1 million. Is that what?
I'm sorry, Kieran.
Reg, I hate numbers. Do you hate numbers?
I hate numbers. Yeah, thank you, Harry, for that. You can find Orly Fox at www.orlyfox.co.uk or on their socials at orlyfox.co.uk. No, at Orly Fox. Fuck me, you got me doing it now.
Hold
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, and they're offering the listeners of this podcast 15% off their accountancy fees currently. So get on there. Inflation busting fucking deal. Times is hard. We all know the score. You know, if you can save money anywhere, try and save it on your accountancy fees because that shit ain't cheap. So
Yeah, fuck HMRC.
yeah, and fuck them cunts. So I love you, tax man. Don't come and look at me.
Or don't look at us, please.
Yeah, don't fucking look at us for God's sake and claiming on this fucking JPS gold leaf. It's a cost of
Allegedly.
purchase. It's a cost of purchase.
Shut up, Reg. You're incriminating
kill
us.
it. Cut that one.
Right, yeah, and thank you, Ollie Fox, for sponsoring this episode. Right, beer of the week. I'm looking at a Stella can. That's not beer of the week. So, Marlon, what are we looking at here, boy?
So we have a Saku Original.
Sent to us by Max Alberti, the absolute champion, who brought me around my spotlights like a legend. So this is an Estonian lager. He got sent this by a forestry equipment maker, producer, supplier. And he was like, yeah.
Not a ferry.
What?
Not a ferry equipment supplier.
What do you mean ferry? Oh, Estonian ferries. Oh yeah, no, don't fucking get on one of those. Fuck no. No.
Why not?
Have you not seen the program
down at the bottom of the ocean, mate.
Estonia?
What? No.
Oh, there
I
was
don't watch many Estonian ferry
mate.
programs.
I've got the ferry from Estonia to Sweden before.
Oh, you're
What?
fucking
What?
brave.
Lucky man.
Do you not hear about the one that went down? Oh, there's a whole thing on Discovery
You
Plus.
trust the forestry ones, but the ferry ones, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, those sneaky Estonians. You got to watch.
They are sneaky, to be fair.
Watch it, honestly.
You got to watch it. It's called,
You'll be
it's
addicted.
called Estonia. It's on Discovery Plus. It'll blow your mind.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
all right, yeah.
Yeah,
Right, so Marlon, what have we got?
I've already told you what we got.
Well, do whatever you do next. Fucking all this episode's a mess.
Saku original with two A's. Yeah.
Original.
You have to say it with.
I'm just waiting for Reg to just...
Do the words, Reg. It's time for Marlon to read the marketing fucking bullshit.
Saku Original is a classic Estonian beer brewed according to European standards of quality with the help of modern technology. The first brew in 1993 stands out as a breakthrough event in the history of Estonian brewing. It's safe to say the Saku Original was the first Estonian quality beer.
I was brewed in 1993 in my dad's ball bag.
Hey, me too.
Mm.
Yeah, aren't we?
I didn't
fucking-
finish yet. Shut the fuck up.
I'm bored, if I'm honest.
Right,
Sick
Saku
of this.
Original is brewed from water,
Oh,
It's
is
an
it?
EU standard.
barley malt,
Brexit
carefully
means Brexit.
selected-
Marla.
Oh, leave him alone, guys. Let him read the stuff.
£350 million a week to fucking the EU.
I want to hear about the ingredients, mate. Come on.
Let's fund the NHS.
Water.
the pleasantly hoppy and
Oh my god! When will it end?
pure taste make Saku Original an easy to drink beer that is perfected for when hanging with friends or a nice meal. To this day, Saku Original remains the most consumed beer in Estonia. That's because there's 3 people because you've sunk everyone else.
Oh, the thing is, when they waffle on for that long, I have high hopes. So,
Yeah,
ready
they
for everything.
better,
Let's
yeah.
fucking get into
Yeah.
it. Right.
That's shit.
Don't really taste them. Wow. he's taken one. He's taken which one of the listeners. Fergus took one sip and then just put it down out of arm's reach.
Yeah, I don't really like it either.
I can really taste the water.
I'll tell you what it tastes like. Has anyone bought that Ukrainian lager from Lidl or whatever?
Yeah,
yeah.
It tastes like that.
Yeah.
Slav
Which is
spec.
fine. Yeah. But if you're
It's
gonna,
subtle. It's
yeah,
subtle.
I'll just not. Nah.
The one thing it's got going for it, I'll say, is that you wouldn't know it's like 4.7% because it don't really taste that much, does
It
it?
doesn't taste like anything, yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
can
you
is
drink it.
gorgeous.
You would
Oh,
drink
lovely
it.
can, yeah. Lovely azure blue, isn't it? Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, lovely, yeah.
And gold.
Sure, yeah, and gold, yeah. You get
It's,
that nice
it's an
gold.
all-dayer because you wouldn't know what
Yeah,
you're drinking.
yeah. I mean, you would drink it, but
It's not.
Can't be an
I
all day if
wouldn't buy it.
it's 4.7%, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like a 3 hour, isn't it?
that's what I mean. But it's
Have
like
a
an
couple
all-dayer,
of-
like taste-wise. It's not going to be
Oh,
like
yeah,
fucking hell, like a dark ale or something, is it?
it's fine. But you'd never think to buy it again, would you? That's what I would say.
Yeah. Who suggested this beer of the week?
Yeah.
This was sent to us
Oh, yeah.
by
Right.
Max Alberti.
Mm.
What have we got to say to Max?
I like
Shit-tasting
Estonia.
beer.
Estonia is lovely, but I don't fancy this. To be fair, no, it's all right.
Yeah.
Good luck to you though.
Yeah. Nice one, Max. Cheers.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. What are we saying on TripAdvisor? It's fine. I think fine is.
Well, I think it
I reckon,
depends.
yeah.
I'd rate this very differently.
out of-
depending on,
out of-
like-
out of
Yeah.
five.
Are you having like a beer after work, or are you having a beer at midnight when you're fucked already? Like, it's very different ratings. You
So-
give this, like,
I don't know.
We've
it's
never
just-
been asked that question, have we?
No. I think,
So-
that, like you say, this is kind of a sober you up beer almost, isn't it? It's just
Sort of,
it's
yeah.
kind of pretty chill.
yeah,
It's not.
maybe quite a good festival beer because you can't
Yeah,
tell it's
that's a
4.7
shout.
and
Yeah, that's
it's
a
easy
shout.
to drink.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
say.
What was
Yeah.
it James said? Festival breakfast.
Yeah,
That's what they
yeah,
said.
that's what I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
In that scenario, 3.5. Any
Yeah,
other
oh,
scenario?
yeah.
Mm.
Hold
If it was
tight.
like my first beer of
No
the
half
day,
measures.
We don't do halves around here, mate.
All right,
Oh.
four at a festival.
What?
Yeah, it's all right. I
Four?
could drink that easy, but it's not. I wouldn't.
Overall, it's got to have a
Okay,
number.
three.
Three. Fergus, what do you
If it was
reckon?
my first beer of the day and I was like coming home from work and I was like, oh, I just need that like first sip, probably a 1.
Yeah, it's not what I reach for.
You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
just
It's not good.
it's not giving me that little satisfying, you know.
No, it's nothing
No.
like no. It's crisp. but
As
there's
we've
not a
said,
lot.
we are used to our trendy London breweries now, and this is
Yeah,
really
yeah,
nice.
or literally
The nonce beers.
an absolute
Yeah.
stack of Brew
Yeah.
York down there.
Yeah, I
Who was
exclusively drink those.
The
yeah,
Juice Forsyth.
yeah. What was it? Judy Quench. That was my favourite. Yeah, Dame Judy Quench. Yeah, that was so good.
Well, what would you say is? What would you go with?
Right. I'm gonna go with a solid 3.
Huh.
I'm gonna give it a 2. So
Yeah,
what is that? That's a
Not
so we've got
good.
a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 3. What are we gonna land on
2.
that? 2.
I
It's
reckon
about
2,
a 2,
yeah,
innit?
average of 2, yeah.
All right, so that's a 2
Yeah.
for Saku.
Well, they're raging about sending that in.
Yeah,
aren't
nice
they?
try, Max.
Jesus.
Do again.
Yeah.
Do better next time, I suppose.
Fuck's sake. Max, I love you. Thanks for the spotlight.
You can cut that one, I suppose.
This isn't seeing the light of day. This review, is
It's
it?
never gonna be on Spotify, is it?
We're saying out, mate. We didn't give a fuck.
We've said a lot worse. Believe you me. Comes to the edit and like, nah, fuck
To be
it.
fair though, it is a very pretty can. I do
Oh,
like the
yeah,
look of the
gorgeous
can.
can, Max.
Can's
Well done.
banging.
Yeah,
Aesthetically, very nice.
yeah, good.
Aesthetically
yeah, good
pleasing.
job,
Like
George.
Mr.
Yeah.
Green used to say.
Yeah, that's what you remember. Fucking hell, that takes me back. Him and his
That's a
fucking
lovely acrylic pen there, very aesthetically
Well, I wasn't
pleasing.
expecting a Mr. Green reference there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Definitely a nonce. You should drive an MX-5.
He gave me an after school once for walking across the grass.
What?
You
Yeah.
deserved it.
Fuck him.
Remember he used,
Fuck him.
he used to put green tape round all of his
Yeah.
all of his pens and shit so he could
That
identify them
that
from
does
anyone.
not
Really?
surprise me.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
Fucking hell.
You know,
Yeah.
he was the only teacher
Yeah.
that had his projector perfectly
Yeah.
aligned to his
Ah.
Can we,
screen.
can we
One of
spend the
those
next
freaks.
hour talking about all the bastard teachers at the Blue School? That'd be quite
Autistic.
cool.
All to fuck.
Yeah, and I remember
Yeah.
one of my, I
Yeah,
think it was somebody, I think it was like
guaranteed, yeah.
Oscar in my class. Every day he would come in to like Mr. Green's lesson, he'd punch the projector and knock it out. Just like such a
It'd be
cunt.
so much better if it was like just slightly.
Yeah,
off.
oh, yeah,
yeah.
You know, like
not the calibration
by,
out by like a click.
degree.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Really fuck with him.
Anyway, to reiterate, this is the Mr. Green of beers. Is that what we're going with? Like, so-
What, like,
yeah,
bit autistic?
yeah, a bit nice looking.
To be fair, I don't want him in my
nice
mouth.
looking can. Well, I wouldn't suck on him all day.
He did have a nice looking cat. That's fair. Yeah.
An absolute festival breakfast of a man. Brutal.
Didn't he split up with his wife in turn?
No. His wife died.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Green's
Jesus.
wife.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, because I
Oh.
remember somebody got in after school saying, "Sir, how's your wife?" I was like, "Oh no."
He
Fucking
did-
hell, that is
Yeah,
horrible.
that's fucking
He,
horrible.
to be fair though,
Teenage-
he did
like
dish out
kids,
after
man,
schools like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Someone brought up his dead wife. Like that one's justified.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know his wife died. Sorry, that's
yeah.
not nice. No,
But it doesn't change the fact he was
Yeah.
a dick. So
I was
Yeah.
just walking across the grass, mate. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Anyway, rest in peace, Mrs. Green, I suppose.
Moving on.
What are we talking about next?
end of story. Right, I want to ask you two guys about some of your stories. So I asked both of you to send in some funny little tales about each
Okay.
other.
Yeah.
Have you told each other what you told?
I know Fergus knows. I'm pretty sure. Well, it's
I
like
know my
kind of-
own embarrassing
yeah.
stories, but I don't think Harry knows
I have
what
literally no
qualify
idea
as, like,
what he's
embarrassing
gonna
for
say.
him.
Oh, we'll start with you.
No,
then.
all right.
Yeah.
No.
Good on you, Harry.
All right.
So I want to know. I've got written here. He nearly broke a girl's leg once that he was trying to get with.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
I forgot. I didn't even. This didn't even cross my
I
mind.
don't know why. Like, why? When we think about embarrassing
Fucking
things,
hell.
why wouldn't you consider this
It's
an
not so much
embarrassing thing?
It's not so much embarrassing. I
No,
just
the
asked
whole
you
night
to
was.
tell me tales of the other
He's
one.
proud of it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I'm not at all.
What
So,
happened?
I get right. So this God, how do you even remember this? This is well, I haven't thought about this for like a long, like 10, 15 years. How old were we? 18 when this happened?
18, 19.
Basically, what happened was Ferg moved to London when we were like 18. So
Yeah.
we used to go up and have nights out in Camden. I think, wasn't it Camden?
Yeah.
And we met these Australian geezers, wasn't it?
Yep.
And got chatting to them in the World's End pub in
Yeah.
Camden,
Well,
which you've been to actually.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah.
Do you know? Mike asked a friend of ours, Mike Dimmerline, asked one of the bar staff if you can turn this shit off and put something better on.
What, a mule stag do?
Yeah, if anyone's ever been to the World's End, it's a very sort of heavy metal,
Just a lot
death
of metal,
metal,
isn't it? Yeah.
thrash metal pub, and everyone's got piercings and black hair and ripped fucking vests.
Yeah,
It's a very scary place.
Can you turn this shit off and put something else
What
on?
did he want to listen to instead? Like James Brown or something?
I think you wanted to listen to, I don't know.
Anything that wasn't that scary. Like.
Yeah. That's scary.
Goodbye, my lover.
It's basically the most Camden pub there, isn't it? It's most like out
It's
there,
an
like-
institution, isn't it? Like it's been there for fucking generations.
It's mental.
Yeah, it is. It's lovely there anyway. Anyway, the story goes, so we went there, so we must have been 18. I think I can't remember the exact logistics, but I was up in
It
London.
was a couple of days before New Year's.
Maybe.
You know, obviously, love shagging.
And that was the idea behind it, actually, to be fair. So obviously,
The whole
that's how
aim was
were
shagging.
That was the whole
But
focus.
there's two parts to this story. So we met these Australian geezers in the World's End.
Chris and Jem?
And you were egging me on to go and talk to these girls that were in the pub. So I was like, oh, fuck it, whatever. Yeah, I'll go and speak to them. I ended up getting on with these guys. One of them was from Netherlands or somewhere.
Yeah, she was Dutch. One of them was Dutch. One of them was from Florida. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
yes,
Florida.
Abby.
That's it. One was from Florida. That was it.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting absolutely hooned. We were young at this time. We were like 17, 18, 19, something like that.
Yeah.
And ended up going to
Not an excuse, but yeah.
Soho, I believe.
Yeah.
What's
Where?
Allegedly.
So we went
Soho,
to some,
you know, no,
some pub in Soho.
just outside Pretty, mate.
That's it. And there was this. One of them was quite attractive, young lady from the Netherlands. The Netherlands one. Was,
Noah.
Was that her name?
Yeah, Noah, yeah.
Noah.
Quite
They're all
attractive
banging,
young
right?
lady. Where are we? Victorian times?
Yeah, she showed a bit of ankle as well. She was right slack.
All right. Okay. All right. So I was doing my best to impress her, and then I don't know how exactly it happened, but perhaps I was carrying her, or
Perhaps you were, yeah.
perhaps or something.
You were carrying
Or
her,
she was on my
obviously,
back or something.
yeah, something like that.
I don't know. Well, sure, Fergus will fill you on the details in a sec, but I thought I dropped her.
I know.
I know.
I dropped her or jumped in the air, threw her.
I think the term you're looking for is discarded.
Something bad happened. Anyway.
Shag, I'm not an Uber, all right? Get
anyway,
off.
So I didn't really realise the seriousness of the situation at the time, but I like dropped her or she fell off me or something happened.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
caught up in a bar in Soho.
We stayed together, yeah.
Did we?
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I didn't learn about this until we were in that. I think it was a gay bar in Soho.
It was, yeah, it was gay bar, yeah.
And then it turns out she'd like really, really hurt herself.
She bruised a
Somehow.
bone.
She hurt herself.
She hurt herself. You hurt her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and that night, the same night, I fell asleep on the pool table in this game.
That was one of the other things I sent to
Leads
him.
on to the second story.
So that was the same night.
That was the same night, yeah,
I was
yeah.
going through a tough time, mate. It was a really, your first love, you just broken up.
Yeah. It was
I'm
like
going to try
teen
and get with this
breakup,
Dutch girl and have a sleep on this pool table. So, did that. Had a wee in the corner of that club, actually, as well.
Reg gave me some things to like
But
say
it's
that were
one
embarrassing
night.
about you, and I was
It
like,
wasn't
alright.
embarrassing. I was asking for some stories. I'm like,
Yeah, I was like, well, here's all of them from this one night where, like, obviously he like slam dunked
Yeah, I was
a girl on
having
this
the
is
a bad
same
all
night.
in one night. This is
Undone.
mental.
But anyway,
this is mental.
She broke her leg somehow, and then I fell asleep on
No,
her.
she just bruised a bone. It was all right.
Well, she moaned on about it like there was no tomorrow. Right?
You yeeted her.
Toughen up. Like,
Off your back, mate.
anyway, so she hurt herself somehow, and then we went to this club in Soho, and I woke up on a pool table with you shouting at me after having weed in the corner of a club, basically. That's pretty tame, I thought, really. Like,
It was.
You know what they say? The old adage goes, there's
Yeah.
only one way to get over a girl, and that is to go out and drop a girl and then fall asleep on a pool
Break her
table.
leg.
And
But-
then
classic
it
advice.
piss
there's
in the
way
corner.
more that goes
Well,
on to this about this, because the
I thought it
girl...
was get under a girl.
No, that's actually not
wrong.
correct.
No,
No.
you idiot. You throw them on the floor and then you run away.
And then he piss in the corner and fall asleep in a pool table. That's classic
Right.
advice.
But then the girl, whatever they were called, ended up
Noah.
ringing Fergus up like 6 months later down the line. And
What?
they ended up staying at your house for 2 weeks because we'd offered when we were pissed, be like,
it's one of
whenever
those
you're in
things.
London, like, blah, 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 whatever.
Absolute
Yeah.
pub talk.
Yeah.
Absolute
Yeah,
pub
definitely,
talk.
But then they
yeah.
actually showed
They
up like
followed
in
through,
London,
yeah.
and they were like, knock on the door, like, we're
Well,
here
no,
to
it
stay
wasn't
for
just
2
not,
weeks.
not. They obviously like messaged
Alright.
me first. It wasn't just like showing up at my mum's house. Like,
Well, it was what happened though.
That is what happened.
Yeah. I do feel bad about breaking that girl's leg or whatever happened, but
Yeah. I saw her again.
You
You know,
know how it is. We've all had a few drinks. You just throw them on the floor.
Boring.
No, I don't actually know. I can't remember. Obviously, can't remember anything about
I
that.
think you were just trying to show her how strong you were and how big.
I wasn't that
strong.
strong.
Yeah, apparently not big and manly enough. Yeah,
That's a pretty. I feel like there was. Yeah, I don't know. That other one, we called him Leggy and Munty.
I wasn't going to say that.
One of them had a hurt leg for some reason.
Yeah.
And one of them was rough as hell. So.
Oh my god!
I wasn't going to bring that up.
Oh my god!
That's why I remembered their names, because I was like, oh no, like, I'm not going to be mean. Like, I know their names. Like.
Just bleep that out.
No, fuck it. What are they gonna do? Like, they're not gonna
I'm pretty sure they won't listen to this.
imagine if they do.
Some of their listeners might be in fucking Holland.
one of
That's
them-
it. It's for the listeners. Just bleep that out.
One of them, the ugly one, ended up like ended up going out with that the Australian guy that we
Jem.
met for like years, and it was like they had a long distance relationship for years, and
Tommy
don't know why.
Kangaroo.
She honestly, she was hanging.
Tommy Kangaroo down.
Yeah, Leggy and Munty. Fucking hell,
That was a hell of a night.
That's so mean, isn't it? It's like only teenagers can be that.
I wonder
mean.
what they call us. Probably like hurty and attractive.
Which one's which? We'll never know.
Noodle arms and nice beard.
But to be fair, that I was very like that pool table was comfy. It felt like a bed.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
I
Look,
don't know
side
how I didn't
pockets,
get
mate.
kicked out for doing a wee in the corner of that, because Soho pubs are normally like on it as well. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
Well, there you go. There's one.
it's like, that was one night out. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so
You should have said that as your like big night out. You know, like,
Yeah,
what's the
but
weirdest night
I'd
out
forgotten
you've
it.
had,
I
like,
forgot. That's not a weird night out. That's like a standard
etched in my
night.
mind for the entire
Holy
life. like-
shit.
not your night as a pirate.
What? She didn't actually break her leg, did she?
No, she bruised a bone.
But she banged on about it like there's no tomorrow. Like,
Fucking don't they ever kick on?
Yeah, she didn't even break it. I only bruised a bone on the fucking corner of the pavement.
nah,
That's
she
fine.
could, yeah, no, I did feel bad because she couldn't really walk. I remember that. Yeah.
No, she had to hobble around the rest of the night. Like,
Survival of the
I
fittest.
feel
bitch.
like she was
Yeah,
putting it
yeah.
on a bit though. To be
I
Tommy
think she was like,
Kangaroo.
just looking for attention, do you reckon?
God, fuck me, mate. That is literally like
the peg dee lee lee with me extra leg.
I saw her in Amsterdam. Like, I went to Amsterdam to like
Dee
just go on like a little holiday. Like, met up with her again. And was
Do you
like,
know what we should do? We
Yeah.
should just show up in Amsterdam, knock on
Stay
her
there
door,
for 2
and be
weeks.
like,
Yeah.
by the
No,
way,
no.
remember us?
If we're doing fairness, we should show up at our mum's house and stay there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
Cunts.
I'm keen when we're going.
Yeah. We'll just
That
take a
was
few
good.
of
Like
us.
that's what we were doing when we were 18. Every weekend we were up in Camden having the time.
Yeah.
We're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
big
good
time,
times. Yeah.
I made them
Great
pancakes
times.
as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And she didn't even shag him. This is ridiculous.
This is absolute madness.
I've broken your leg. He's made you pancakes. What more does a girl want?
Seduction 101.
All right. So Harry has told me, Ferg, about.
Fuck me. Here we go. This is where it gets good.
I want to start with.
What do you mean start?
I want to start. I've got a few. Harry has accused you.
Accused?
Yeah, accused you.
That's the wrong word, whatever he's saying.
Well, Harry is convinced. That's what I'll put it. Harry's convinced that you shit on the floor.
Oh, this is true, actually. Here we go.
No,
during his 18th
No.
Dominic your soul.
I thought it'd be nice.
No one even fucking paid me for it. Well annoying.
All I got was shouted at a lot.
We've never got to the bottom of this. I thought right now would be a nice time for
You
you.
said there'd be no better way to do it than on the airwaves.
We've spoken about this many times outside of podcasts because we're not invited on
It has
many
come up
podcasts,
once
weirdly.
or twice.
It's
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
the 10th one you've been
I
asked on.
thought the conclusion we came to was that it was racist Nathan.
Oh, it could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
There's
So-
two Nathan
Yeah.
and one of them's
Yeah,
racist.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I
there is,
remember one
He used
of
to be
them.
skinny and fat, but like he lost, like the fat one lost
Bacon.
weight. Yeah, Bacon. Yeah, but he lost weight and
Not Bacon. He's
yeah,
Sam.
yeah, lovely. Yeah,
No,
lovely
no,
guy.
not him.
Bacon. If you're listening,
Yeah, shout out to
yeah,
Bacon.
give me a shout. Nice to see you again.
Not
soon, if you
Bacon. The other Nathan.
want. Yeah, the like EDL one.
All right. Well, yeah.
The one with the thick black glasses, or not him?
No, not Bacon. Not
They
that's
did
Bacon.
both wear glasses,
No,
to be
they
fair.
were both.
Gets confusing.
It's very
That's why you have to
Right,
differentiate.
We'll talk about
between,
this later.
Probably shouldn't shout their full name out on this anyway.
No.
the racist one and the not racist one, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our working theory was that he was
Right, let's
he
not,
was so racist that he didn't want to sit on the toilet seat of a foreign country, so just
Oh yes, sorry,
squatted and then shouted on the floor by mistake.
that was your defence.
That was your defence. Your Honour.
Well,
Well,
There
basically
were
what I
no
thought-
witnesses to me shitting on the floor, and I definitely
No,
didn't do
okay. So backstory to this. So, it was my 18th.
it. Yeah,
so
in Prague, obviously, because like,
yeah,
where
obviously,
else are you
it's
going
like
to
the law for a McAllister
Yeah, you have
event
to go
to be
Prague.
in
Yeah,
Prague
yeah,
for some
yeah.
reason.
Yes,
So it's up my
that's
18th, my
Yeah,
18th,
yeah.
fucking 11 years ago.
Yeah,
Scary.
I don't need reminding of that. Thank you.
You're old. And we were there, and someone did a poo on the floor
Yeah.
in the flat we were staying in, or whatever.
Yeah,
So I was like,
it was a
woke
lovely,
up.
lovely apartment as well for a bunch of.
Well, anyway, whatever. So I woke up on my 18th birthday, happy birthday,
Yeah,
to a giant fucking log on the floor.
yeah.
It's
Also,
like,
Charlie.
right,
Charlie had to
I'm
pick
not being
up,
funny,
didn't he? Like,
boys, but who's done this? And like, no one owned up to it. We basically eventually narrowed it
wasn't
down
me.
to either you,
It wasn't me.
because
yeah.
you had issues that holiday with
Mm.
your.
Yeah.
With your dance,
Anus.
yeah, everything.
My
Well, a
perfect
few
defense,
things,
yeah.
actually.
Like, just if I was a lawyer, this is
Yeah.
the defense I'd use as a big like speech at the end. Yeah,
All right, well,
I'd had the shit, like
Okay.
proper,
Something
like
fierce.
just like it's like a waterfall down there. Like
so
it's horrible.
that's why I thought.
It's like a log flume, like just like non-stop.
But there was nothing solid coming out.
Nothing solid coming out. No little rabbit drops to like plop on the floor.
We're just rattling a nug out. your
Yeah,
trouser
exactly.
leg.
Yeah, like absolutely not. No, it was all just like pure moisture.
Do you know what's mental?
It's
Like
mostly steam.
the morning of my. Do you know what's nuts, right? The morning of my 18th, like clearing this mess up. I
You
had
didn't clear it
No,
up.
listen, right.
Listen.
So I did fucking clear it
I
up.
thought Charlie
No,
did.
because I was the one who's like, debit card was behind the fucking thing of this
Oh,
flat, so it was
yeah,
shit all over the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Oh,
flat.
there
And I
there
was
is
like,
nothing worse than being the
And I was
fucking
like,
deposit man.
right,
is there?
exactly. And then I was like, right, happy 18th to me, clearing up this giant fucking poo on the floor or whatever.
We
I was
also
like-
like, we had loads of running theories because there was like a little hole in the
Well, there
bathroom. Do
wasn't-
you remember that? Like, it was like
Oh,
a
what,
little hole in the corner of the bathroom. We're like, must have been some animal or something. Like, no, it's just one of us just shit on the floor and didn't want to
badger.
own up to it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A badger has come in.
This
and
is
So
one of
anyway,
them
we
check
narrowed
badges.
it down. It would be nice if you just admitted to everyone.
On record, yeah.
Yeah. Was it
I can
you?
say no,
Was
I
it
can
you?
say like hand on heart,
Okay.
it wasn't me. Like, yeah, I had to run
I
like
think
most
it
of that
was
weekend.
It would think it was.
Oh, you go.
we narrowed it down to racist Nathan.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
right,
racist
right,
Nathan. Yeah,
right,
maybe I
Nathan.
shouldn't have used his full name, but yeah, it was
right.
racist Nathan.
Right, it
pretty
was
sure that
either
was
you
it.
or him.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Mm.
I would
Here's
have
what
told
you've
you
said
in
for
the-
the last however many years.
Like, how many times have you asked him?
I just feel like
Text
it
him
was
now. Give him a message on
Text-
Facebook. All right.
Did you do a poo?
Hello. A, are you still
No,
racist?
it's fine,
B,
look,
did you shit on the floor by
To be
18th?
fair, no, it's just a bit of shit, but it's just like the whole thing that no one owned up to it.
Well,
I
ruined
don't
your
mind
birthday,
cleaning
didn't it?
up
Ruined your
poo.
special birthday,
Didn't
like,
ruin,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just like you don't want to wake up fucking. Imagine how hanging you are on your 18th in Prague,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
cleaning up some poo. And it's just
No
like,
one wants
oh,
to
mate,
say
I
it.
couldn't
No one
do
wants
it. I
to
couldn't-
say it.
I-
Yeah.
Get your phone out now. Message him saying no surrender.
Hello, mate.
No surrender.
How actually-
no
haven't spoken
surrender
to
to
you.
the Taliban.
This one actually might be taken off, to be
Yeah.
honest. But like he like
Oh, I don't know if we can talk about it.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's pretty,
mo-
but that's
moving
why
on.
I thought he may have pooed on the floor. But
He
your
put on the floor. He
birthday,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like,
Yeah.
like in the past like 10
Is it
years,
not, though?
we've been friends.
Swear.
I would have told you. I love telling you stories about my
Mate,
poo
it's
and
just you
stuff.
always
like-
end up.
I tell you stories about me pooing everywhere. Like, the other, like
Okay.
when that time
Yeah.
in Tokyo when I shit myself. Probably told you about that. That was embarrassing. I told you
We
about
haven't
that.
heard about that.
Can you tell us about that now?
Well, yeah, one time when I was in Tokyo, I shit myself. So end of story, innit? No. Like I was coming home from a club, and I got this taxi, and I knew I was staying like near Ueno Park, and I was like, oh yeah, take me to Ueno Park, please, because I was like fucked. It was like 3 a.m. I was like, please take me to Ueno Park, and when I was sitting in the cab, just like looking out the window, like oh. I
I'll
knew
work it
that,
out
like,
from there. Like.
yeah.
Is this with Carolina Baldi?
Yeah. And I knew that I needed to shit, and I was like, well, that's okay. Like it's Tokyo. Like they'll probably have a public toilet. And then as soon as I got in the cab, I'd like basically just shit myself, and then went and like I found a public toilet in the park and threw my shitty pants on the on the roof of this public toilet,
No.
and then like went into like went inside to clean myself up and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I know, yeah. So, So I've no shame in talking about me
maybe
doing
it
like
wasn't
embarrassing poos.
Half of this fucking podcast is me talking about me shit and stuff.
Yeah.
So don't worry about
I've got
it.
like no shame in about like
Red
embarrassing
socks.
stories.
No, poo's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But
If I pooed on the floor, I would have told you.
like, I just
probably
maybe-
wouldn't have told you then, but I
just feel
definitely
like
would have
I
told you.
just had it in my
By
head that it
now,
was
you would
you.
have said something.
100%. Yeah. I just
It's
told
felt
a
like I had to
story about me pooing myself.
bring it
Like
up on my fucking 18th.
it wasn't me. Like
well,
Still so much rage in Harry's face.
he's still fuming. I'm gonna go.
Definitely racist Baker.
yeah, I've maybe
It was fucking racist Baker,
Racist
yeah.
Baker, yeah.
So, Ferg, I got one for you,
Yeah.
which is when you married a woman for $5,000.
That's a very good question.
I think that's called an arranged marriage.
No,
like,
well,
No,
yeah.
no.
It was arranged, but
green card shit.
Yeah. Did I do it for the money though, or did I do it for the goodness of my
well,
heart?
you did do it for the money.
Did you love her?
No, obviously, but and she did give me some money, but no, I didn't do it for the money. I agreed. To be fair, I agreed to it before she offered me any money.
What?
Allegedly.
Please tell us
Allegedly,
the
I was
tale.
like, what do you want? Like, my
Spin the
bank
yarn.
details. My
We were young when this happened as well. This
we
was
were
like-
young. Yeah.
How young were you?
How the fuck did you get approached for this?
It started
His mum set him up.
yeah. It started when I was like.
My mum said
Started
that.
as a bit of a joke. Like my mum joked me when I was like 19. She was talking about her friend. She was talking about a friend who like wanted to have a couple of kids but lived in the in Dubai, I think. And you're not allowed to like have children out of wedlock.
Yeah.
And she like joked to me when I was like, I think like 18 or 19. It was like, ha ha ha. Like, do you want to do this? Like, you could be her husband. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, yeah. And, like, because obviously when you're like that age, you don't really
Nothing
consider
matters.
the future.
Nothing.
Yeah. You don't think about
whatever.
anything. So I was just like, yeah, sure, yeah, fine. And it didn't come up again for like 2 to 3 years. I think maybe like 2 years. And then she told me again, and she was like, oh yeah, she's actually like thinking about it. Like she really needs it now because like her IVF is going through and stuff like that. She needs an actual husband. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, fine, yeah, I'll do it. I think I was like 22 and she was
We were
50,
young because I
she
remember
was
we
53.
thought we'd all get a free wedding trip out.
Yes,
of it,
yeah, I remember. Yeah, we were talking
Yeah.
about like the first one of us, like first
Yeah.
one of our mates to get married was me. Like,
yeah.
sort of, you know. No, not even sort of. Like, I went to she took me to Cyprus for a weekend and we stayed in this hotel and like went for dinner and I got sunburnt and she took me to like this like town hall and it was like I don't know, it was fucking awkward. Like. Mostly just awkward as fuck. Like she's 54, she like works for HSBC and she's like minted, like
I don't know if you
fucking
can-
minted.
You have to cut HSBC out of that equation of being associated with this.
I didn't say her name to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
She's like she's
$5,000 is
she's
$5,000
loaded, like,
as well. You
she
should have
also,
asked for more. Like
She
definitely
like
should
she
have asked
like
for more.
constantly brags. She used to constantly brag about the fact that she'd never got with anyone that was like under 30. And so when we were like out on this weekend, I was like, maybe we'll like consummate a marriage.
Did you get with her?
No. That's how we got.
Maybe
Like,
we'll fall in love.
but it took us like a whole. I think it took like 4 or 5 years to like actually like annul the marriage. Like
Fuck.
yeah,
Because
and, like,
when this all happened, we were like, mate, have you thought about what happens if, like, say she were to die, right? And there's
yeah.
these 2 kids, and
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
we didn't
her-
sign like a prenup or anything. Like yeah,
Shit.
Yeah. So technically, I was a stepfather to. Well, it was one kid initially, and then I tried to get divorced from her, and I was like, oh yeah, like what's going on? This, but obviously, like when you forget, like when you're not like when you're just married and you're not in love with someone, you just forget about it, don't you? Obviously, like
Forget that you're married.
yeah. I mean, because day to day, like what changes? Nothing, because she lives in Dubai and like she has a fucking kid with some like ballroom dancing champion.
Picked out of a fucking catalogue.
Basically, yeah. Like, and
It was all IVF then, or kids?
I'm assuming so. Yeah, like.
Oh, so you didn't
I'm
shag
assuming-
in Cyprus? That was
Well, he was like the surrogate was gay,
Yeah,
so I'm
obviously
assuming.
love shagging.
I'm assuming they didn't love shagging each other because he was gay. Like,
All right.
but they had this like weird little commune of like a bunch of like surrogate kids and like.
I would have asked for more. You should have asked for more.
I didn't ask for anything. Like, I agreed to do it, and then she was like, "Oh, by the way, do you want some money?" And I was like,
I'm not going to
Yeah,
turn
okay,
it
yeah.
down. I need
"Yeah, exactly. Yeah."
money.
When she just transferred me like $5,000, and I was like, "Okay, sure, yeah." Which like took me to Tokyo and then Cuba. Like, that's what I did with that
So
money.
you
Like,
fucked it, basically.
I fucked the money. Yeah. What do you want me to do? Like, invest in fucking gold?
Nah, it only goes up.
Yeah, no, that was that, and then it was like a period of like I don't know. It was a period of time where I just didn't really say no to anything. So
But it's annulled now. You're not.
it's an old no, yeah. But
Yeah.
only, it was
How does it
no
get
longer married.
annulled after like 5
we
years?
had to, it was only in the like past like 2 years where we got it.
What?
Yeah, it was
So
only
how long were you married for?
Happily married.
5 years. I want to say 5 or 6 years.
What?
No, maybe I was 24 when we got married. 24 to 20.
I thought it was younger.
4
than
years.
that.
4
So
years.
you went to Cyprus and got married in Cyprus,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
that
yeah,
was that's a recognised marriage internationally.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, we went to Cyprus because it was easy to get married like quickly. Like, it's like the fucking Vegas of Europe or something, you know? Like, you can just go over there and get married.
And
No
then
one
that's,
cares.
and
We went
that's
to a
it.
town hall. I've got a lovely photo. I'll send it to you. If you look.
yes. If you can find it, send
Oh,
it
big
to
time.
me.
Yeah. I think I sent it to someone recently because like I was talking about it.
God, it would have just been so funny if we'd all get to go to that wedding.
I know that my wife would have hated it. I know that's not what she wanted for
So
her
how
special
did
day.
it be? How was it an annulment, not a divorce?
Because they
But
never
it was like
shagged, I
you
suppose,
can still do the
so-
whole thing of like it's an annulment of like non-consummation because like.
But then how do you explain those kids? Because that was the whole point, like, of you.
We both
being-
agree. Like also, like I think she just wanted to like have a husband on paper while she was in the UAE. You know,
Thing is,
Like,
that-
it's illegal to be a
Yeah.
single woman
Yeah.
out of wedlock. And
Are
have
they
kids,
really
so-
going to look that far into it to see
Yeah.
that it was an
Well,
annulment?
no,
not
that's the
divorce?
thing. Like,
Yeah,
also,
that's
she's an expat. Like, I don't think they really give a shit. But I think she was just like covering all her bases.
yeah, no, I
like,
can understand
Yeah.
that.
And there's nasty bastards over there.
Yeah,
well,
I
exactly.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the scenario
That's why she had
that
to
this
marry a
even
dickhead
has to
like me,
happen
like-
is fucked. Like, it's
Yeah.
mental. Like,
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, my
Yeah.
mum set me up for an arranged marriage.
Have you spoken to her
That
since?
is.
Yeah. Oops.
That's all right. Don't worry.
Oh,
Nah,
don't
it's
worry.
fine. It's fine. Just bits. You know, like we met up for a coffee like after she had her first son, and she told me something I'd never forget about like cesarean. Like she told me about
Oh my
C-section because she
God.
was like 50,
Sunroof.
50 plus when she had
That's mad.
her first one, and she was like, oh yeah, it was like I was like a luggage, and someone was just rummaging through me. I could feel all of it. And it was fucking horrible. I was just sat there, just like 24 maybe, and I was just like, okay, thank you for telling me. Like, I was just fucked. Like, it was horrible. Yeah, we stayed married for like the next 4 years or so.
What?
happily married.
Happily married, yeah. I mean, very happy, yeah, because like, I mean, I had a girlfriend when I got married to her, and she hated it.
So
like,
do you don't have to write down anything now, like divorced or anything?
I had to, weirdly, like when I
When
was
you do like apply for shit.
last year when I was applying to uni, I had to say that like, oh yeah, technically I am married. So it was only last year that we properly got annulled. Like I had to write down like, oh yeah, I am married,
Surely
but I'm
that's
separated.
a positive thing though. When you're applying for like anything,
But if you're applying
loans-
for like student loan,
yeah, they're
and-
like, great, someone else is on the fucking hook for this if you
yeah,
default.
well, you'd assume, yeah, but like, turns out she didn't want to give me any money beyond the old $5,000.
Beyond the old
Sorry,
five
Lynette, can you pay
grand.
for my student loan?
So she's on bread then, like big. Money.
Yeah, mate.
yeah,
She's
massive. Yeah. I mean,
Had
she
you-
like lives in Dubai and she works for HSBC. Like,
but she's like, had you actually covered like the logistics of what would happen if she was to die or what?
No,
Like,
do you think I thought about any of that?
Okay,
No, not at
no.
all. I was just like, oh, this will be funny. Like,
Cool.
money,
Money to go shit myself in Tokyo.
I think
Sweet.
I remember thinking about it at the time. I was like, oh, this will be a funny story later. And
Well,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is,
yeah. I've been riding off that story
And now
for
thousands
my
of
entire
people have
life.
heard it.
Yeah.
It is a good story.
Yeah,
to
you're
be
welcome,
fair.
everyone. Yeah.
That is fucking.
It was
How
funny.
much?
yeah.
How much would you need to do that? Seriously, I'd need at least 20 grand. I think.
to
Like,
marry someone?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
at
it's a
this
big
age, at this
fucking-
age, yeah, because you understand the consequences
Oh,
of
at
it.
this
but,
age, yeah,
but back
definitely,
then,
yeah,
it, like yourself, if somebody offered me $5,000 to marry someone, I'd be like, fucking
Yeah,
right,
of course,
and I
yeah.
got to do nothing.
Yeah, I have to do. I've got to go to Cyprus for a weekend. I'm gonna
Oh,
like
no.
just live off that for a bit and like
Yeah.
sit on a week. It's like sit on a beach for like a weekend and do nothing. And then
But
just
even
go
at
to
the
a
time,
town
I
hall
think
and
you were
marry.
incredibly blasé about the whole thing. Well,
I
was
didn't
like,
care like at all. You were very like concerned about it.
because
like-
it just felt like a big thing to be doing for $5,000. It just seems like I didn't seem.
I would have
worth
done it. Honestly, I
almost.
would have done it for free. Like the agreement came before. The agreement came before she offered me any money. Like I was like, yeah, sure. And then she was like, do you want some money? I was like, money, yeah, of course. Like I've already said yes. So
Well, money's fun. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
These fun tokens.
To be fair, she could have given me more. She's fucking loaded.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
you could have put thumb screws to her.
Yeah, but that's nasty, isn't it? Like that's
Well,
me.
no,
Like,
she's asking.
Well, she
I think
wants you
she's-
for something.
I think
I was
she's
doing her a
asking
favour, like-
quite a lot of
Exactly.
you.
It's a big legal.
It's not like, can I borrow your lawnmower? It's
to me, honestly, to me, it was. I didn't think about it.
like
beyond
marrying
that at all,
someone for
like-
money is quite a big deal, really. Like, it's
Yeah,
fucking-
like yeah,
Allegedly, it's legal.
oh, is it?
yeah. Apparently, yeah. I did look it up like afterwards. like,
After it was done.
afterwards, yeah, after I'd married her, yeah, there is some like there's a bit of a hoo ha about it, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Bits and bobs
But
floating
it's
around.
fine now, you know, that's all right. We're not married anymore. So.
And old.
Yeah.
Delete that. Don't worry, I can map that out.
So
Yeah.
what, you said you're a student now, Fergus. So
Yeah.
what are you studying at the grand old age of, well, let me guess, 30?
29.
29.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck off. You're 30 in a couple of months,
Yeah,
are
I'm
you?
30 in a few
Rude.
months,
Yeah.
Very rude.
English and history now.
Shout
yeah.
the old cunts.
It's not geotechnical engineering. Which
What,
is,
English
just
history?
English and history, yeah.
What is with the view to...
With you to, like, ideally get a proper adult job for the first time in my life. I've been like,
and not travel around fuck assing about
yeah.
marrying Dubai women. I'll just call it as I see it, drive. Call a spade a spade.
no, I've been a chef for the past like 6 years, something like
Have
that.
you?
Nearly 5-6 years. Yeah. So
Where to?
He's a top-notch chef.
everywhere, yeah. Like I was in London for a bit, and I'm not even a top-notch chef. Like every fucking chef job I got, the head chef above me would quit, so they would just be like, "Oh well, like you've worked under him for a bit, so you can."
You
do this."
are
It's
the
like,
head chef.
I
now.
fucking exactly, yeah. And I was like, I barely know how to fucking cook anything. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm just like scared shitless for the past like 5 years.
Just mooch your way through.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just make it up as you go along, don't you?
Are you going to be like in halls and shit or not?
Mate, he's like year 2
This is
now.
my second year. Yeah,
Oh, fuck me, are you?
yeah, big time. Yeah, I did my like freshest year last year. That was weird. As
I bet that
fuck.
was
Should have invited us
fucking
out.
Got to big him up a
terrifying.
bit here. He got like a scholarship to uni.
Yeah,
He's like,
did
you? What?
Yeah,
Fuck off.
Well, I dropped out when I was 6. I dropped out from Strode, and then
Oh, mate, that's bad.
no, no,
That's fucking bad.
And then when we moved to my family moved to London when I was like 17, so I was like, okay, cool, yeah, fine, I'll try it again. And I went to City of Westminster and tried it again when I was 17 to do my A levels and stuff, and then dropped out, but didn't tell my mum. So I was just
we
like,
were quite heavy on getting smashed then.
I was
So,
busy
it wasn't really,
getting
like-
You know,
fucked,
obviously,
yeah.
love shagging.
and that.
we did have a good time in
Yeah.
Camden when we were like 18, 19.
I used to just like get on the bus in the morning and then just go to the other end of London and then like walk back basically and be like, yeah, I've been at college all day. And then it was only until like, I think like last year, 2 years ago, that I told my mum that like,
I didn't actually go.
But I feel
Sorry,
like none of
love
us
you.
at that age knew, like, none of us were interested in uni or anything. It was all sort of like, oh, let's just go out to London and get fucked. No one cared about going to uni. It's not really till you get past that and then you realise, like,
Yeah.
fucking hell, I need to sort my life out.
yeah,
Like,
basically, yeah. Like, oh yeah, the future
Yeah.
exists and it's
Yeah.
fucking scary. We
It
should
is
do something
scary.
towards it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, being grown up sucks.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Right, Harry. So I've got one from Fergus here for you. When we were young, he got off with someone while dressed like a banana. And she was well embarrassed when she found out who
was
she got
so
with.
upset.
Well, yeah, I mean, that sums it up, really. Like,
No, no, spin it, yarn. You know, come
not
on.
really. It was like, oh, God, fuck me, mate. Jesus Christ. I didn't think we were going this, like, deep into the depths.
I thought we were
of,
going
like,
to. Like,
Thing is,
assume
I just
that-
asked for stories. It was you two that just tried to fuck each other
Yeah,
over.
you told Reg
I
about
know.
my ex-wife.
Yeah.
Love
How
shagging.
dare you? You've insulted her Dubai honor.
Bring my ex-wife into this.
Sabers at dawn.
Oh, I didn't realise we were going into like individual nights of when we were like 16.
Well, he
or
asked me. It was like, oh, tell me
all right,
about
there was
story
some
about
funny.
Harry,
There
though.
was some funny stories of me dressed as a banana. It was good banana costumes. to
Yeah,
be
it was really good. You should have seen
fair. I think it was a Halloween night. Somewhere
was Halloween, yeah.
or whatever.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah,
It was really stupid. It was the scariest
Well, yeah,
banana you've ever seen.
Fortnite order fuck.
Well, it just ended up with. Oh, fuck me. It was just like I was as a banana, got with some girl.
Yep.
And
You know, obviously, love shagging.
God's sake.
so we were probably like 16. I was like, fuck me. Fuck, why the fuck you bring this up?
He asked for embarrassing stories. I thought that was the whole point.
Did not else for embarrassing
Do you know
stories.
what? Wait, hold on. Let me get that text up. Do you not say
Yeah,
embarrassing?
no, I did
Right,
not.
okay,
At
look,
no
let's get
point.
litigious about this.
Oh, right,
Hold on.
right. Exhibit,
hold tight.
exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Reg said, what can I bring up that would shame Harry the most? That was a text he sent me
That is
exactly.
absolute
No,
nonsense.
no. I've got it right.
Go on, Ed. You read it out.
Oh, yeah, no. It just says stories, doesn't it? Just says funny stories.
Yeah. I know. I'll get him.
That was quite funny to me, to be fair. Like,
Go on, Harry.
Mate, I
Speak
don't
to
even know how to like. Fucking hell, folk. Like, right, so. Jesus Christ. I haven't thought about this in about 20 years. Fucking hell.
that one actually was from Rowan. I like text Rowan. Like, you got anything like funny about
no,
Harry?
there was nothing to it. Like, it was just like, got with girl.
Like Mr. Peely.
Mr. Peely.
I was dressed as a banana.
She was dressed like a cat.
the classic combo. The
Yeah.
old cat combo.
The old cat nana.
Notoriously go
It
together
just
very well.
ended. It ended. I don't know. Really, I was just trying my best moves.
She was coughing up fur balls and
But to be fair, I was getting.
How do you make moves when you're like dressed like a banana? How do you like get out,
I
get with
think
a
I
woman
slapped
when
her
you're
with the like.
With like that bit
One
of
of
my
them-
costume called.
baby.
one
Hey, yo.
one of the peels.
That
Like, you started
one-
with one of the peel bits.
She didn't have to get with me. This wasn't like a fucking like.
no one had a gun to her head.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Mr. Del
like-
Monte over here. Come,
But
Mr.
there's just
Tally
this
Man.
is
Is
lived
that how
in
you did
times
it? I
of-
never really knew the story.
I don't know, but
Like slapped her with a
ended
bit
up
of
her
peel.
being very upset. There's a few photos I think that knocked
Of her
around
crying.
of me, literally,
Yeah,
and I don't
yeah.
know why. I don't know why. Like fucking mate.
I
Jesus.
think it was mostly shame, wasn't it?
All right. Well, we're all mates.
All right, Mr. PD, calm down.
Yeah, just a good night out in a banana costume, and
Yeah.
for some reason she wasn't feeling it. Well, she was. I wasn't like pressing myself on her as a banana.
You should
Like,
establish that now. We're
Yeah,
on the radio.
but
and
I've
that,
just
yeah.
like everyone always brings this up. It's like, oh, remember that time you got that girl when you were just a banana? And she was upset about it, but
Yeah.
like,
You were slapping her with what part?
no,
Your costume?
no, all
Your
right.
cock?
No.
You put another
Yo.
small banana costume on that.
Very small. Very small.
No.
No, but yeah, she was just
Oh,
for some
mate.
whatever reason didn't like bananas. If she
To
did
be
like
fair,
bananas,
I fucking hate bananas.
Yeah.
but
Was
then,
that, you being serious? She didn't like bananas.
well, no,
I
she,
don't think that was it.
maybe that's what it was. Actually.
Yeah.
Like John
that's-
O'Hayes. Shout out to John O'Hayes if he's
Oh
listening.
yeah, fucking hell, that little cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're
But
listening,
no,
mate.
she wasn't mad for bananas. Ended up. Fuck's sake, why?
Well, I thought it'd be funny.
I love how much you're struggling to tell this story.
That'd be quite funny. I just
I
I'm
don't
having a
know. Just like
Great time.
there's a banana involved. A girl that was satisfied to a degree, but then
Love shagging.
slightly upset with the photos of us getting off as a banana. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe let's not get delved. Oh, this is the.
I actually like.
No.
I'm really sorry. I actually only sent him embarrassing ones because I thought that was the prompt. Like,
No,
was
it
like-
wasn't. I've literally got the text here in front
Yeah,
of me.
no. Yeah, I
I'll
remember,
read you
yeah.
the text. Yo, Ferg, it's Reg. Have you got any stories for I can grill Harry on? Funny, mental, weird. I've got a couple,
yeah.
but I'm sure
Yeah.
you've experienced many with him. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have a
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, they were all.
Yeah.
I just my mind immediately went to like embarrassing stories about Harry. I texted his girlfriend as well. I was like, "Oh, have you got anything fucking that I can shame Harry with on a podcast?"
What? And she brought up the banana story.
No, that was me. That was me. Yeah, that one was me.
It sounds so notorious.
No,
I could text anyone in the world, say your name, and they just go, "Oh, I heard the story about him and the banana."
Yeah.
No, look, there was a banana costume involved. A lovely young lady.
Love shagging.
Yeah.
Not going to mention her name because she probably
Listens to this as well.
judging by. Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
Judging by the demographics, I'm assuming she doesn't listen to this.
A word of advice. Word to the wise.
To the wise.
Don't
Hold tight.
Go on, a bit
never
of
wear.
wisdom.
If you wear a banana costume,
Yeah.
don't let it be photographed while you're getting. Because it will come back to bite you apparently 20 years later. And here we are.
This is madness.
Fuck me. If anyone's got those photos,
This is
burn them. And I'll give you.
Send them in, please. Send them in.
Yeah, if anyone's still got Bebo, that's probably on there. Like,
Fuck me, man. No.
oh, there's a
on
funny
about-
one. Like,
It
on about-
wasn't funny at all.
Good
though.
one,
She was
isn't it?
really upset. That
she
was
was fuming about it. She still is, apparently. Like,
anyway.
15 years later.
Yeah, she is because I met one of her best mates at Glastonbury this year, and this is like what a long time,
Yeah, like
a
15
long,
years later.
long time after, and she still mentions it, and it's like, mate, fucking hell, like, move on, like. I didn't
It
do
was
it.
only banana,
I'd
like,
like
yeah.
to reiterate, I didn't do anything
You did
bad
nothing
here.
wrong.
This was just me dressed in a banana costume. Just obviously,
I'd done a kiss.
Yeah,
not
you've
even,
done a-
but not even that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let it go. It's just photos of us in a banana costume, having a good time. We're 15 years old. We're all mates.
15?
whatever it was.
We're all
Like,
mates, though,
Yeah,
isn't it, Reg?
anyway.
Chill out.
No, but no, I'm just amazed that this is how long ago it was.
okay.
It was about
Right.
15, 14 years ago.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Well, anyway, like to move on to the next point now.
Obviously,
I'd like to stay on this one, to be honest. For as long as
Nothing
we can.
happened.
Oh,
I didn't think. I thought you nearly breaking a
Fucking
girl's leg
hell.
would be more shameful
That's fine.
than
Like,
you getting with a girl when you're dressed like a banana when you're 15. Like,
I do. You put no context to age in this, so I thought it was like fairly.
No.
recent.
God, no,
absolutely not. No.
What'd you take me for, Reg? Fucking hell.
Oh, he does love dressing up all
I
the
do
time.
like
He bought
dressing up. I do like
he
dressing
bought a
up.
War Widows
I did buy a War
like
Widows
a
costume.
naval uniform,
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah, that's a good
of
story,
some
actually.
widow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we went on this
Yeah.
like canal boat holiday, and we were all like, "Oh, let's dress like
Canal
nautical."
boat holiday.
Yeah. But in Wolverhampton as well, the fucking nicest,
Yeah.
most tropical of places. And you're like,
Yeah.
we were all like, "Oh yeah, let's like dress like something to do with the sea." Like I was like
Yeah,
a pirate
yeah.
because I didn't have any
So
imagination.
I ended up chatting to this woman whose husband was like a captain in the Navy.
What is the like key
He's-
word, isn't it?
He's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
And,
It's not funny.
I am the
That's
captain
not
now.
funny.
ended
Rest
up buying-
in peace.
yeah, buying his like mess dress costume, like whatever they wear in the Navy, and he was
Uniform,
he-
not
yeah,
a costume.
yeah, yeah,
It's not,
sorry,
it's not
yeah.
a costume. To
And
you,
he
it's the costume, but to
yeah,
him,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like.
But
his
he was
life.
like, yeah, he was the captain in whatever
Wait, did you
the
buy
Navy.
this
I
from
suppose.
the war?
The widow.
Yeah, I had to go pick it up
Should be
off
selling
her.
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
How
my
much? Do
God.
you want to ask him how much he bought it for? Because that's an
it
important point
wasn't
of
cheap. Wasn't cheap. Yeah,
No,
a couple of £100 I dropped on this bad boy.
it. It was a fucking
Yeah.
lot.
But it was nice.
You're like, oh, this'll be funny.
But that's not the funny because I bought this and it was like Admiral Captain rank or whatever, and then I went to a party,
Oh,
a CRS party.
You didn't wear it.
I wore it
Of course
to.
you did.
I wore it.
You
I
spent
wore-
like
I wore
200 quid on it.
I wore it to a Portsmouth event.
No.
Yeah. At
Oh
the
my
Navy thing.
God.
I was
Fuck it,
like,
you
I
wore
was like
it.
saluting people on the naval base.
I
And they
was
were like,
going to try and
they were
defend
like, mate, you can't wear that.
I was
And
going to
like,
try and defend
who
you
are
and just say, do you know
Who are
what?
you?
Can't.
Yeah.
That's
The bloke that
Um,
passed, I'm sure
yeah.
he'd see the fucking funny side of it.
I think his wife was like, I was like, tried to spin the answer. I'm into collecting war gear or
You
whatever.
fucking
But actually,
bastard.
I'm
If you're
actually-
wearing
I'm
that,
actually
that
just-
is
getting
like
pissed
false
off.
I'm actually just
valor.
going on a piss up on a canal boat. So. Yeah.
That is the most mental expense you've ever spent.
Yeah, it
No,
was,
I don't know. He's been like
yeah.
gunning for buying a Luger for the past like 5 years or something. haven't you? You want to like
Yeah,
use
I
it
would
for a
like.
bottle
I'd
opener,
like
don't
to
you?
buy a Nazi Luger just to turn it into a bottle opener.
Yeah.
But they're quite expensive actually.
It's
like
oddly-
3 grand, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, not cheap, not cheap.
You what,
I bet you will buy
We've
that
all
at one
watched
point,
Band of
you know.
Brothers. They're not. They're
Yeah.
fucking pretty hard to come by.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yes.
yes, quite. Yes,
Yes, indeed. Yes, yes,
quite.
yes. Mm,
Yes,
yes.
yes. Anyway, Reg.
So Ferg, you've had an interesting.
Here we go. Now we're getting into it.
You've had an interesting employment history.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you probably know what I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, so I work for Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital as an
No,
administrator.
not this.
For about 3 to 4 months. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it was really important work.
Yeah, it sounds-
that's
sounds
it, innit?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, cool.
Apart from the bit where you worked in a gay fetish club. This is why I didn't pass any show notes onto Marlon.
Look, I got nothing to work off tonight.
Right, you're
Absolutely nothing.
Marlon, I've got
Gay
fucking-
fetish club is like light stepping it as well.
I
This
got-
is
I got
like
a yarn for
really-
you, my friend.
Wow.
I thought I'd give
Strap
it
in.
the PC
No.
version.
I was
Again,
like,
we were
obviously
very young
love
when
shagging.
this was happening.
I think
as well,
I was
so-
18. I think it was my first proper job. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because when we all heard about it, we were like,
Full-time employment.
we were
It
like,
was- yeah.
when we all heard about what he was doing, we were like, "Are you sure?" Like, this
And again, like back to the
Yeah.
marriage thing, I was like, yeah, whatever.
Fuck it, be all right, wasn't it?
So
Yeah,
again,
sure,
what-
yeah.
What were you doing?
So it was this company. It was this company that did like like Grinder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did that, but like for guys that were really into like a bunch of different fetishes. Like, so my favorite one, I think, actually, my favorite fetish, yeah. My favorite gay fetish was like skinhead fetish. I was always like, I thought that was really curious. Like, but they did that, and they had a shop, and then they ran events, and I worked for the shop, and I did events for them.
for a while, like what, 5, 6 years? or something?
4 years with one company, and then
Fuck off.
a year with a different company. Yeah.
So you were proper in, not like into. You were pretty clued up on the gay scene.
Big time, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
like, yeah, big time.
Yeah. I was like really like heavily involved with it for like,
which is fine.
so,
by the
so
way. Like, I'm not fucking.
which is
fine.
Right,
just want to make sure that's all right. For like 5 years, I think 6 maybe.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because it's just the most insane job
It was
to have.
like honestly like
Right, you're gonna be strap in, boys, because what he had to do, what he had to do for £10 an hour was pretty.
to be fair, in my defence, it was £10.50.
Oh, sorry, £10.50. Yeah.
Nice.
It was no,
Can
it
I
was
get
like,
a yes, Daddy?
like day to day, it was like fucking nothing. Like it was like an e-commerce job, like for the most part. Like it was
just
like
shipping out dildos. And
yeah,
butt
basically,
plugs.
it was just like, oh, here's this fucking thing that looks like some massive giant's fist. Like sell that, like a bunch of cock rings and like design your own like latex clothes and stuff. It's a fun fucking job for when you're like 18 years old, you know, like meet a bunch of people that obviously you're never
How
going
the
to meet.
fuck did you find this job?
My sister's boyfriend.
Great
been
guy,
working
by the
for
way.
them.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Lovely guy.
Shout out to James if
Yeah.
you're listening. Yeah, nice one, mate. We'd been working for them for a bit because his like fucking old family friends started a company. They were like 60, I think, 50s, 60s, and they had started their own company like in his hometown called Fetters, which was all like bondage gear and like cages for like little slave boys and stuff like that. And they were like, "Oh,
And they
James, like,
ceiling
do you want a
swings.
job?" Like basically the same thing happened to him that happened to me. Like he was like didn't go to school or anything, so they like asked him, "Do you want a job?" And then he asked me if I wanted a job over Christmas, and I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, get on.
Yeah, and like it was like slinging dildos for
Get on.
Slinging dildos.
yeah, slinging dildos and like latex clothes and stuff like that. But then like
But then it degenerated.
it didn't degenerate.
It
like
did
we just
degenerate.
Escalated.
well, sort of, yeah. Like when you get into the scene and you're like, yeah, sure, yeah, like I'll work at all these events and stuff. Like, yeah,
Get
I'll
onto
go
the
to these
fitness,
events.
like-
So it was like,
What do you do at the events?
Good question, Reg.
thank you for asking. Yeah,
Fitting this dick in your.
Fitness dick in your ass.
we had it was called
Props.
yeah, there were a lot of props. Yeah, it was actually a fucking lot of work for like what you're doing, which was like making sure that men could like fuck each other in the dark in a latex outfit. Like, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Like, there's a lot of
A
preamble.
lot,
to,
of
like,
behind the scenes.
oh,
shit.
big time. Yeah, you have no idea. Like, I'm assuming you've been to a bunch of gay fetish parties. You have no idea the work that goes
Keys
into
in the
like,
bullshit.
yeah,
He
it's-
loves the keys in the bullshit.
Exactly, yeah. There's a lot of like, we started at 9 in the morning and then we finished at 9 the next morning,
So-
you know, like,
To set the scene, it's like a big, like building in London where you all used to go and stuff.
yeah.
and-
There was a club in Elephant and Castle, like Vauxhall was massive for it, and like, we'd go in and like set up these like,
Nice. Carry on.
we'd go in and set up these like sex swings, and like, my specialty became the like piss room. Like, we would like,
yeah.
I'd like get a bunch of like fucking MDF together and like just, you know, like budget together and screw it up. Build these like little platforms that men could stand around above this like massive paddling pool we'd build, and like cover it in plastic. And people would just spend all night pissing into it. And I guaranteed there was one person that would always do a little plop in it.
No.
Like every single night. And I
Well,
also,
you had to buy new shoes, didn't you?
I had to like my
Yeah.
first
First paycheck went on a new set of fucking
my
Air Force
the
Ones.
first one of those parties I ever did, which was it's always like 9 in the morning till 9 the next morning. So obviously,
Fuck
like,
off.
obviously,
It's
like
just people pissing on each other for 12 hours. or
basically, yeah.
whatever.
And then the first one I ever did, I was like, well, I've just got like an old pair of Converses. This will be all right. Like, these are my scrap shoes. I wear these. Like, this is what I wear to like do painting and stuff like that. It's fine. I wear these. I wore those, and then obviously one of the jobs you have to do at the end of the night is take out this like massive like tarpaulin that you've already built
Full of piss.
full of piss, yeah,
And a couple of nugs.
a couple of nugs
Oh,
of
yeah.
shit, yeah, and you like drag it to
Where do you fucking put it?
some bin, whatever,
Oh, no.
whatever bin you can find, and like whatever drain you can find, you like get like a little Stanley knife and you slash it over a drain, all the piss will fall out, and then you just try and shove. Like honestly, I spent like
To be fair though, Reg, £10.50.
At 18.
That's
18,
big
yeah,
money.
yeah,
That's big
big
money.
money.
I mean,
money.
yeah, when I was
And this
young,
was
that
10
was big
years
money
ago.
for me,
This
yeah.
is, you know,
Well, actually, to be fair, like when you did like the overnight shifts, you got paid like £15 an hour.
£15 an hour.
It wasn't bad money for like when I was like 18,
Yeah.
You were
19.
making fucking
Yeah.
bang.
I was all right, yeah. It was
By
all right,
dragging tarpaulins full of piss.
Yeah,
Right.
basically, yeah. And also, like, you didn't have to like later on, but when I first started, you'd have to like dress up in the whole gear and stuff. So there's a few photos of me online of like wearing like little latex
More than a
polo-
few, more than a few,
I'd say
yeah.
like 5 photos of me like wearing like latex polo shirts and stuff like that, and like little
Yes, Daddy.
leggings. little cute leggings and stuff. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I look great.
So what do you do throughout the day? You just monitor shit going on and make sure it all runs swimmingly?
Throughout the day, you'd like take tickets. Like at one of these parties, you'd like take tickets on the door. Make sure that if any women showed up, you'd be like, no, you're not fucking allowed in it.
What?
Yeah. That
Oh,
was one of
it's flat out just gays.
it's all men. Yeah, all men. Like if a woman showed up, you'd be like, no, you can't come in.
Flat out.
Like there were a couple of times where like, obviously I'm straight. So
Where
like,
was it?
every time-
Where was it?
When?
Where in London?
Mostly South London. So like Vauxhall's got like a massive gay scene, and like
yeah.
Elephant and Castle, we had one at the like.
And Vauxhall, yeah, they love gays.
They're nuts for them, yeah. Oh no, since they built the
Which is fine. We all love
yeah.
gays. Let's not have a go
No.
at gays here. No, you do what you want, like.
Yeah,
They paid me £15 an hour to
Yeah.
drag some piss out of a fucking thing. I'm sure, yeah. I'm nuts for them. But yeah. That was how I spent my like late teens, early 20s. That was my first proper job, I think, like working for them, which was like it was great. Like fucking when you're like 18 years old, like what more can you want? You know, like
How more fucking interesting of a job can you get?
yeah, exactly.
When you're
yeah,
18.
yeah. Like we went to a couple of like expos where like I tried like VR for the first time because there was like some like porn stuff on VR.
That is mind blowing.
Yeah.
All
like-
stuff to do with sort of visual entertainment is always pioneered by the porn industry.
Yeah.
VR
Like
porn.
Blu-ray was like and VR
And
exactly,
VHS versus Betamax.
Yes,
that was like that was run by
It's
the
all
porn.
it's all porn, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's all
It's
literally.
fine, mate,
Mate.
but I feel like I'd have to be paid more than £10.50 to do that stuff.
I
but,
don't
like,
know,
I don't
but that's a lot
Dunno,
of
mate.
money when you're 18. Like back, what's that? Fucking 11 years ago for you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
like inflation.
So it goes back to the marriage thing. Like again, like I would have done it for free. Like I probably would have done it for free. Like
Yeah, fair fuck.
wading through piss.
yeah, like I would spend my money on fucking nothing. I'm assuming like drugs,
Just
you know, like just doing nothing.
Just spend-
You know, obviously love shagging.
Was Joby there?
Yeah.
it sounds like one of the jobs that you would have had. To
Oh,
be
Langley,
fair.
yeah. No, he
yeah.
was never invited. Dick. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it was my first like proper job, and I loved it. Like, I loved it. Sometimes I still think about like, oh yeah, I could do that because there's like Love Honey and Bath and stuff like that, and I just think like, I could
Probably
do that
get
again.
paid way more for doing it now as well.
I've looked at it.
Yeah.
Like, I did look at it, and I was like, yeah, I could jump back into that. Like,
Yeah.
that'd be easy money, I suppose. You know, slinging dildos.
Yeah. fair play.
Hey,
What's up, baby?
So
Take me out to dinner.
in comparison to Kenneth, what is Kenneth compared
I
to
was
like,
looking at that, you know, like, and I
Yeah.
was thinking, we had this one that was like
Big Ken?
Are your viewers familiar with Kenneth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's seen it for-
Everyone knows Kenneth.
All right. Okay.
I
he's
was
well
thinking-
travelled.
I was thinking about that, you know, and we used to have this thing. I think it was from like a show in Chicago or something like that, where it was this massive fucking like brown block basically, and it was just like layered, so it would like go. I mean, I'm
Stepped.
making noises. Yeah, step. Yeah, thank you. And it was called Rump Tower because it was modelled after Trump's tower in Chicago.
Oh my god!
And it was fucking huge. Like if I put my arms together, it was maybe about the size of that. Like I'd say like 4 times the size of that dildo. you got there.
No,
And it was like
my.
it was mostly like a show thing, but like the stuff I've seen, like I guarantee someone could have used it. Like I guarantee.
the anus is notoriously
Anus.
elastic.
I like from experience, I could tell you that. Yeah, like it just the stuff I've seen like is just bonkers at like 3-4 in the morning, where like someone's grinding their teeth next to you, and like there's just a whole arm going up someone else's ass. Just mental. Like it's
You just have to sit there and watch on.
my job. Like you were asking before, my like main job at those things was to like refill these buckets we had next to either the like little fuck maze or like the
Maze.
yeah, the fuck maze. Yeah.
What is the fuck maze?
Well, it's a maze that you go and fuck it, and like I don't know. No, it's like you build this like whole thing. That was like one of the other things I did to like set up. You like build this whole thing, and you like drill a bunch of glory holes into it, at, like different like heights and stuff like that. You know?
Yeah.
And you sort of make it into this like interactive maze where like every time, like every bit you walk through, there'd be like
Dick popping out.
yeah, basically, yeah. Essentially, yeah. But it's like pitch black, so you have to feel your way through, obviously. Sorry, not you. One has to feel their way through. Not you guys, no, obviously. One has to feel their way through, and like obviously the only thing you can feel is like either an MDF wall or a bunch of cocks.
So you got fuck maze, the piss pit,
Piss pit, yeah, we had.
Was that not
Fuck it.
hard for you as someone who's predominantly straight to get him?
I think after you've
Nah.
seen one man getting fisted, you've seen them all.
Yeah,
haven't you, really?
yeah. I just
Okay,
like
alright.
the one thing that like always brings me back is like when you're working in the kitchen as well. Like it's the smell of bleach. Like if you like use bleach on something, it's just like this really brings me back to like 8
Is that
in the
like
morning where I'm like bleaching a bunch of like
Cleaning
just
down.
basically when I'm like trying to like squeegee a bunch of cum off something. Like
Ah.
this really brings me back to those times.
Proper into his fitness.
I have never heard the term squeegeeing cum. Fuck me.
Yeah.
You haven't lived, Reg.
I've not lived
Sounds
a
like
life.
you wasted your fucking late teens, early 20s.
Do you know
mate.
what?
Yeah.
I fucking did.
Yeah.
This is madness. This is madness.
that was my first proper job, I think. What did Joby say? End of story, wasn't it?
Mate, I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fucking lost. I'm right.
We got one for Harry next, or what?
I think we're done. I
Not
can't.
enough.
Marlonis, have you got any shout outs to do before
Yeah,
we finish up?
hold tight.
Straight after the squeegee income. Thanks for ordering some merch.
Buy a hoodie, guys.
It's not.
I might see if we can make that into a sticker. Marlon's struggling here.
What did I
I don't
say?
know.
Knock into a sandwich and I'll take with, like.
Right, you absolute pieces of shit. So Benjamin England, Tom Carver, Cameron Johnson, Jack Watson, and our mate Digger. Thank you so much for fucking ordering tonight, Shags.
Yeah, thank you very much. And a massive shout out to our sponsor, Orly Fox. You want to have another swing at this one, Harry?
Oh, go on, mate.
Yeah.
15% off what?
Orly Fox. Get you £1 million anywhere you want.
What you want about this £1 million?
What were you saying?
Sorry,
15% off what?
Oh, sorry, 15% off your second meal, or
Your
is this
current
the first
bill.
Your current, it's 15% of your current bill. Also, he's very handsome. Oh, what a man.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a man. Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
very handsome.
World
Is it?
powerlifting champion.
What's his dick like?
Is it nice?
He did tell us some mental sex stories.
Did it?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah. His
didn't
missus
listen to
works
that.
for Love Honey.
Well, as mad as that.
Yeah,
Was it as
probably
mad as-
know him?
You know, obviously
Probably,
love
yeah.
shagging.
This is one way to promote a business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking
No,
hell.
sorry. The chap's great at accounting.
Yeah, 15% off your current bill. Oh my god, I can't wait.
Is that what he's saying? It's
Yeah.
going to be a tough
Yeah.
winter, apparently, as well. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, yeah, cost of
Yeah,
living,
so
that, yeah.
shout out to Orly Fox for sponsoring these episodes. You can find them at www.orlyfox.co.uk
Is he gonna want to keep
and
them?
on their socials at Orly Fox. Shout out to Kieran and the guys.
Link in bio.
Link in bio,
Always.
link in all the good shit. Right, this has been an absolute mess. I've really enjoyed it. Fucking hell, I haven't laughed like this in a while. Right, are we done? Marlon, he's fucking swaying.
Finished, is it? Yeah.
He's done. Right.
I'm done, mate.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
everyone for
Right,
listening.
yeah.
If you
Nice
can
one.
rate us 5 stars on all the platforms, Spotify, leave us a review on Amazon, on the Amazon podcast. Fuck no, on
Right,
Fucking
as
sort it
always,
out.
leave us 5-star review on Spotify.
fucking hell, we've had a drink.
5-star on Apple Podcasts, and then we've also got 5-star on Amazon shit.
Mm.
And then remember, subscribe, follow the fucking YouTube channel.
Marlon is so pissed. I haven't seen him this pissed in a long time. Right, thank you everyone for listening. I've been Reg,
I've been Marlon.
I'm Fergus.
I've been Harry.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
Yo.
You know, obviously love shagging.